wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes, yeah. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over. They unleash their lawyer, set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So my plea are repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I'm begging, go now. We and I did one week. From side to the country, streets turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing, go now. This is my humble petition. And as it did for election, go now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, day too greedy, eyes too beady. Honeymoon end before the romance. We expect corruption, but now without check or interruption. That a few might stuff the pocket, but not racket by the pocket. From the constant comments, we get no recess. Before things fall apart and the riot starts, people then chat me and tell them go. Make it sooner than later. To protect the future, please. For the sake of we children and the next generation. Go. To safeguard our image before it cause more damage. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on the knees. And I'm begging, go now. They try to stick me with rage me. They have more trick than Houdini. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. That's why I'm singing. Please, Mrs. Pamela. Take Munila and Sharma. Go now, please. Them and their minions, total villains, raking millions. Their slogan, we shall rise, it was so true. Tell John Public not to panic while them and they sidekick. Swimming in a pool of dollars so blue. Like meat-eating vulture, they neglect agriculture. Mega fans of phony. Mama Guy Caroni. Sweet man Glenn and Sharma. Came face to face with the karma. And Mill was awful, gone through with two pearls. Don't need a big mouth to tell them go. Watch her and see they just follow now. Before we regret tomorrow, please. You're setting a bad example. Family values they trample. Go. It's only vice they desire. Now. Before the 5 years expire. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on the knees. And I'm bleeding go now. Before we end in bankruptcy. Before they empty the treasury. Streets turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm bleeding go now. Immediately. And don't forget your AG code. Now, please. Love to quarrel, always oral, highly immoral. They let the good doctor starve to death. Used to court him, once support him, no road to point for him. But once in power, they quickly forget. They love confrontation, so no mediation. The case tune, filling up a lagoon. The environment is boosted. Notice people too. It's why I want them grow. With them old lies they peddling now. It's only PR they selling. They wouldn't tell me the whole truth. The man just wanted a root. Before they carve out a mountain. Before the cost we start counting like a dog with fleas, a dog on their knees. And I beg it, go now. Always get the contract. Who profit from the kickback? Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing. Go now. Tell Munila and Surush. It's best they seek refuge. Go now.
In fact, Mr. Speaker, I would even go further. From a pure economic point of view and a pure economic analysis point of view to indicate the performance of government. If I had my way, I will introduce a new performance indicator in addition to what is there in the bill. And that one is referred to as the current account balance. And the current account balance is the difference between your current revenues and your current expenditure. And your current revenues are your tax revenues and your non-tax revenues. Yeah? And I've already explained what is your current expenditure. When you subtract your current revenues from the current expenditure, you obtain your current account balance. Mr. Speaker, that current account balance, from our numbers I would have recollected, has always been positive, and it as high as 5% of gross domestic product, which means that we have millions of dollars, which means that the government and our government has been able to collect enough revenue, tax and non-tax, to pay wages and salaries, to pay goods and services, to pay interest payments, and to pay transfer and subsidies, and still have a lot of money left. We call it a surplus. And that surplus could go directly, if you so desire, go directly into meeting your capital needs. Good? It could go directly into meeting your capital needs.
I am Carl Keaton, and together with Devon and Igwe, Independent Talk for Sunday, October 29, 2023. Grenada is my constituency, Real FM is my parliament. We are the people's spokesperson for today. We blessed and protected by the Ancient of Days. Our purpose here is to give information to the people because the government say they will give only on a need to know, but we believe there's a lot of need for people to know those information, and what you do with the information is a matter entirely for you. With this government, we say where there is shame or where shame is absent, anything could happen. And we're going to play some clips today. We're going to have some discussion. And yes, Devon, I want you to big up the event this evening.
Yeah. Yes. Good afternoon to all our listeners and viewers. Again, my name is Devon Romain, accompanying Master Carl and the Igwe. And so on. It's a pleasure being here again today, Independent Talk. No holds barred, where we share and give you all information necessary, not on a need to know basis. And first off, I want to start off with that grand event that has been held in St. John's, Cuthbert Peters Park, all right, by the branch of the new National Party. And so it started at 12, and we expect persons from all the constituencies coming out and represent, show your support. It's a meet and greet, all right, by all NNP supporters and others, well-wishers of the party. Come out, meet, greet, discuss the present political situation in our country, and so let us, as a party, show that unity that we know that we have. So come out there in St. John. It already started at 12. And so those of you coming from the different constituencies, ensure that your buses are in tune and en route, right, to be at the Cuthbert Peters Park. this afternoon.
Yes, Devon. 3 a.m. this morning, I received a particular phone call. And in the discussion of the phone call, there were some issues came up as it relates to this government. And something like a poem was penned, which I'm going to present. But I need to, first things first, when I was in the organization, I worked with a sergeant named Horsford, Sergeant Horsford, 120 Devon. And yesterday I received information that he has transitioned to the great beyond. So I am now saying to who hearing, and his family and friends, my experience with Sergeant Horsford put me in good stead in the RGPF Devon. Being a recruit in Central Police Station, what you call that walk and shake. Anytime you don't walk in, you're going. So you say you walk in Central, is walk and shake. You don't stay in. When you're not on duty, you're not in the station. So we had a Lagoon Road patrolman and a senior constable at the time. We report for duty and we left. As we reached out, the senior constable was living in town at the time. He said to me, Master Kalwach, I don't do that duty tonight. I don't know about you. He said, I'm going at my home. I don't know about you. So if you know Central Police Station, I pass in the back and climbing out the back step. When I reach at the top of the back step, I see big 120 Sergeant Horsford. He said, where you going? Them days I think I was quick on my feet. So I say, I'm going to use the toilet, man. He said, watch. I've been there, done that. What new for you is a rewind for me. You see, if you don't want to progress in it, well, continue to do that. But if you want to progress, and then I took what he said, and within 2 years, I got promoted to a corporal of police. So I believe if I didn't have that encounter with Sergeant Horsford at the time, I may not have been the way. So that's why I need to say that about him. Devon. Now, in the discussion this morning, 3 a.m., a lot of issues was discussed about this present administration. And something like a poem was penned. Now, I'm not the repository of every knowledge, Devon. I ain't know everything. And I'm not no Shakespeare writer. But here goes. The condominium's too good for people like you. Mr. PM, sir. Where the house Kittley for us? I'm talking about the low-income houses, sir. Those pretty houses on the hill in St. David's and in Bouchejoux. And those in Carriacou, your government take back the keys, sir. I have no idea what you speak of. That was the response of the Prime Minister. You mean the condominiums? Yeah. The apartments for the people, the apartments the People's Republic of China donated. You should know better. Those houses are too good for people like you. You mean those homes designed for the good NDC supporters and yellow friends in the diaspora? Kid too damn crazy. Asking for houses as a gift for poor and vulnerable. This house is too good for people like you. But sir, is we the poor, indigent and aged Kit Mitchell beg the Chinese for the houses for? And the Iman is with 2 children and there's no way they could get a home. This is low income houses. Is my best chance. Look, Kit spent all his years in office fighting for the poor. This Mitchell is far different. My government is embarking on restorative justice. Sorry, I mean transformation. These houses are just too good for people like you. But sir, you take 150, you raise the price of sugar, you drop the price of condoms, and you make real women go. You settle the cow and a bee for much more than the fair share. What all that means, sir? Were you at River Road, Mountain, La Pucci, and La Tante? I ask that because it seems that you cannot understand all this means you cannot no longer afford sugar and you're out of work, but sex sells. The houses are too good for people like you, sir. What going on in the Ministry of Health, sir? So I brought my little son to the hospital and I see a sign on the door saying, no staff, keep out. And so my child nearly dead. And sir, where is Laco? The people say he only lying in Parliament. Listen, we transforming health with the new hospital. The $500 did not work with the nurses. Now they're living in droves. We can't pay for the medicine and Minister Lacroix don't have a clue. In fact, he is due for a reshuffle. But the way this house is too good for people like you. Prime Minister, what is all this talk about Maurice Bishop and his hero business? People say real people get jail and torture, and identifying as heroes should be widely discussed before naming anybody. But sir, on the criteria, why Uncle Kit not a hero too, sir? Ask Andy, are living for the gala in New York. Remember, this house is too good for people like you. And sir, what about the $2,000 I'll take before all your first day work? But sir, wait. So try penning that thing there, and I can tell you I'm not the repository of every knowledge. And I'm not Shakespeare, but I try putting that thing together to bring to life or make the persons, like I say, we're here to give information, and that is part of the information. And I try to touch some of the issues, what everyday people talk about, the bread and butter issues, because they want you just be around. And you know those are the issues always come up when you meet people. And we on the program here will not let it die. Yes, Devon.
Well, Master Carl, most of what you pen to paper there, it hit the nail on the head, you know, because the cry of the people every day, right, is unemployment, right, high prices in the supermarkets, and these sort of things. And that is what is going on. The poor, the elderly is crying out. I mean, we have a serious problem in our country, and these politicians that are in office right now seems not to care about what is going on in our country. They put a deaf ear. Even their own supporters are crying out, right? And they are not listening. They put, well, it's not earbuds they put in the ears, and not even a phone, a head set in the ears. They put stick and break it in the ears because it's their time now.
And they put concrete on it still.
You understand? No. They are on a mission to ensure in this first 3 to 5 years, in my view, they enrich themselves in different ways. Mm-hmm. Right? The ministers and high officials within government, they've been given big perks, high salaries, and so to do what? Friends and family. Right? These are the persons who are benefiting from what is going on in Grenada. Right? And we cannot, not for the life of me, understand what is wrong. So many promises, and yet for all, they cannot fulfill them. But you know what is interesting? It is about this time, the budget cycle, right? We are about to listen and hear a new budget by this government. And if I recall, any one of you recall, anybody outside there recall, tell us what was achieved in the best budget of 2022-2023 by the National Democratic Congress government. Show us the infrastructural development. Show us what was done.
Nothing.
Millions, hundreds of millions of dollars was budgeted for to do this and to do that. What was done practically? Show the people what was done for the last year to support that best budget. Master Carl?
the best budget, and we're gonna and to deal with the best budget, Gates gonna play 2 clips again from your representative.
Yes.
And you will hear the nonsense.
Fit in.
And you go understand about the best budget. Let's go, Gates. Mr.
I've just
Andrew.
received data from our economic performance from
Listen that,
unemployment
Devon.
level, and the data is showing from Statistics Department. The data is showing that the unemployment rate as of August is 11.9%. 11.9% from 28 where it was for August this year. 11.9% unemployment rate from 28%. Yeah? I have it here. I have it here. I can show you. What on that? What on that? The data I received from the CPI says that CPI, the cost of living, is now 1.9%. 1.9%. Down from 3.3, where it was at the same time last year. So put all of that in context. The economy is doing well. We are doing well. And we are very much on the way to achieve the kind of fiscal resilience that we are hoping to achieve. Good? So
That is my representative. Well, I mean, Mr. Andrews, you have to back up that data, and don't come and give me no cock and bull thing about CPI and all this kind of thing. Come down on the ground. That means you're not on the ground. Mr. Andrews, I can tell you for a fact that since the National Democratic Congress came into office, they have only been recycling employment. Only recycling, firing persons that was there from the previous government and replacing them with their supporters. You have not created no new jobs in this country. Look at the money. Look at the amount, the hundreds, thousands of jobs that you take away and put people on the breadline. Have you increased, replaced, and increased on that? Come on, Mr. Andrews, man. And while he was making that statement, you hear the other ministers in the back, they laughing and giggling.
You laughing him?
Papi show.
They laughing him?
They laughing him and they laughing at the Grenadian people because they know that he lying. How come? I mean, come, the average Grenadian will tell you where did employment in this country rise and unemployment went down? Where? Show us the jobs. Show us the jobs that was created. MIT? Recycle jobs? The only thing you have done in the last year and months is to increase on your salary, right? Your ministers and your officials, big contracts. That is the only thing that you have done. I mean, bring the facts. Anybody out there, Mr. Andrews, you can call this program.
Devon, the word brazen means bold and without shame. Where the shame is absent, he could do that. So he went on with his line with a brazen assurance. That's what your representative just did. Brazen, shameless. The same person who the people don't want, you know. The same person who they go and report every day, you know. The same person who fellow ministers saying this guy doing nothing. So like he go there to sing for his supper. You don't see they don't even giving him a little acting prime minister because they know he do good. And hear what he's saying. But I have a clip by the prime minister. Igwe, play that clip for me.
Continues to adversely affect global supply chains and increase the cost of food and fuel and worsen an already high cost of living. In light of all of the above, no one is coming to save us. We must save ourselves.
So, You representative say cost us living low like a Guyana dollar. The Prime Minister say he was.
So,
He was.
So who lying and who telling the truth?
I don't know.
Who lying and who not telling the truth?
Who civilized and who is the beast with the long tail?
Look, Mr. Andrews, my representative, right? I urge you to go through your different polling division as far as Munich, to far down as Ford, to across to Birch Grove, right, and to Sobeys. And you will ask any one of your constituents if cost of living in the supermarkets or the shop that they are going has went down in the last year. You go and ask them. Don't let nobody, don't let your party and them tell you that things is good on the ground. You come down on the ground, Mr. Andrews, and find out for yourself. Find out for yourself, Mr. Andrews, how many people have you employed in your constituency? Give us the figures. Start from your constituency.
So let me break down that thing, because I like to break it down so a 9-year-old child could understand. Lennox Andrew, because what you're doing is making yourself dishonorable, so I won't call you honorable. You just jackass the thing in parliament. But Ron sit down in the same parliament. Ron with it.
Same parliament.
And he say the last set of e-money that was taken before the election is still at home. We cannot find placement for them. Lennox, you don't know that.
No, you don't know that.
Lennox, what you saying? The employment dropped from 28% to 11%. Lennox, America can do that. You know, in China, and they can do that. Lennox, Lennox, why you that brazen? Why you that shameless? And I show you see down by Tabby taking you steroids and you know that not true. Because people just come inside and complain.
Why you taking steroids?
But even
because intoxication lead to hallucination, which leads to fabrication. And what a man do, or what a man say is fabrication.
Watch, even
which does lead to delusion. So he may be intoxicated, I don't know. But what he ended up is he was hallucinating, Devon. And then he fabricate. And then he sung so delusional. That is why the country heading in the wrong direction, simply put. So Lennox Andrew say the thing as it is, you know. He lie. You like Columbus. So 17% you reduce the unemployment and still people complain they're not going to work. And Ron saying by the Imanis and them they take before election they will do a place for them. Yeah. So why you counting that? Lennox? And Lennox, they don't want you. Because they're looking for a replacement already. They're doing things behind your back, or you're only finding out. But you're still going to make yourself a public. You're still going to jackass the thing in parliament.
But even Lennox, good friend, he best buddy, the Minister of Housing, Mr. Telesford, throw him under the bus. Imagine Mr. Telesford and them doing a survey in his own constituency concerning the houses, and he don't know about it. He keep that information from his best buddy, right, and the other ministers, and only give it to the Prime Minister. You understand? So, Mr. Andrews, don't try to be nice and be graceful with these guys. They want to. They already throwing you under the bus. They already don't want you in the constituency because they had already moved to get you out. So don't try to make up. Talk the truth, boss. Don't come and speak to grown people, Grenadians, and tell us that the unemployment situation in our country is 11.9%. When over the last year, all you have been doing is replacing jobs and continue firing people. Come on, man. I didn't know you was that dishonest, boss. Don't use a political platform, right, to please other people. Talk the truth, my representative. I look at you. I respect you as an honest man. Don't let politics bring you down.
You have another word I want to draw Mr. Andrews' attention to. And the word is nepotism. The practice among those in power, which you are, or influence which you have of favoring relatives, friends, and associates, especially by giving them jobs. I know they would have come and say, when I talk about nepotism, I know they would have proved me right. You know? I know they would have, I was just waiting. You proved me right. So the whole thing you're talking about, unemployment go wrong. You really amplifying nepotism. The practice among those with power, influence, and you have all of that. You favoring relatives, friends, and associates, and you're giving them a contract and all them kind of thing, and you're saying unemployment go down. I don't know how Mr. Andrew could watch the Grenadian public and talk that utter nonsense. They pay you to do that?
Well, he can't,
Oh yeah, you get $2,000 to do that stupidness.
he can't come to a constituency and talk that.
You know why doing that? Because chatters on the street say all kind of vehicle down in police garage down there, they get it for nothing. Little and nothing. You could say that. You're right. The one I was on the wrecker. You think we don't know what all you're doing? As they say, all you're reaching all yourself, not only in money, but in kind, cash and kind. So, one vehicle not for sale, but all you could get it. How much are you pay for it? You're right. Everything going your way. Everything going your way.
They could raid development bank.
Yes.
Everything going there.
Everything going all the way. Unemployment dropped from 28% to 11.9%. And you're talking that thing with big people hearing you, with people with sense.
I mean,
I don't know how you could talk that. Stop jackassing this thing, Lennox Andrew. They don't want you already.
Boss, I'm disappointed in you, honestly. To listen to you in Parliament, in the People's House, talking that pile of gibberish, I cannot understand. The facts on the ground does not support what you are saying, sir.
So now,
Call me, meet me on the street and challenge me. I'm not an economist like you, you know. Right? But I'm on the ground. And I'm dealing with your constituency, my constituency. Show me where the unemployment in your constituency has dropped.
not only that, when he said the unemployment drop, you need to tell us how many people the government employed. How much? Give us the number. Statistics.
That should be in the paper.
Tell us how much people are to give work. Don't just come because Devon lies, damn lies, and statistics is the same. Tell us, don't come and say unemployment job. Say we give 500 people work, 1,000 people work. We employ them. Statistics.
Say how much the private sector employed over the last year. Say what you as government employed. Say how many small businesses that you have created to ensure that unemployment goes down.
So
what
now,
can you show?
So we having a discussion, Lennox. So you see, all you pay. Play this clip again because I want to be clear on what I'm saying because I don't want to misrepresent you. Play the clip again.
I've just received data from our economic performance from unemployment level, and the data is showing from Statistics Department. The data is showing that the unemployment rate as of August is 11.9%. 11.9% from 28 where it was for August this year. 11.9% unemployment rate. From 28%.
Wow.
Yeah? I have it here.
Yes.
Yeah. I have it here. I can show you. Yeah. Hold on that. Hold on that. The data I received from the CPI says that CPI, the cost of living, is now 1.9%. 1.9%. Down from 3.3, where it was at the same time last year. So put all of that into context. The economy is doing well. We are doing well. And we are very much on the way to achieve the kind of fiscal resilience that we are working to achieve. Good? So
You have something there for me, Gates.
The regularization is focused on the several hundreds, if not thousands, for the person.
Yeah, that's the clip. Play it hard for.
And the point that I think P.S. Marshall was making is that in order to treat with that, we simply cannot take all of them and make them established public servants for the simple reason that it will bankrupt the government. It will not be sustainable. So the discussion,
cut it right.
the partnership, I don't want more. The compromise has to.
Lennox, the Prime Minister say they can't take them people and to give them work because he go bankrupt the economy, but you saying you are surplus. Lennox, the Prime Minister say they can't give people work, but you're saying unemployment drop. Oh, what? You hear that stupidness there, man? The Prime Minister say we cannot give these people any work because you bankrupt the economy, but Lennox saying unemployment drop to 11%.
Have it, yeah. But it's surprising, you know.
I don't know how Lennox could go and talk that stupid is a man who's supposed to be in know. That is why they're gonna stop calling Lennox. The only man I hope on is Dennis Cornwall.
Well, I can't.
Let me tell you why I hope on Dennis Cornwall.
I've been biased. I'm a representative.
No. Let me tell you why. I'm not just saying that for likes and things. Dennis is the only man who could walk out of the government and find work. That can happen for Lennox and them. Yeah. So they have to stay and talk this assness. That is why they're talking this jackassness. Because they cannot walk out and find anything to do. But Dennis could do it. So Dennis, my representative, are calling on you. And as we on Dennis,
you don't walk it out at all.
I hope everything is okay with you, Dennis.
Yeah. I ain't driving out, not walking.
I just hope when you fix back the veranda, you take out a picture and post on Facebook. Because I like to post picture on Facebook, Dennis. So I just hope when you fix that veranda in Upper St. John's area, I just hope when that veranda is fixed, you take out a picture standing up by the veranda and put it on Facebook.
But why you saying the Dennis does drive? Dennis have driver?
I thought
based on what you're saying to me, Dennis is driving?
I thought they got $2,000 for
and Dennis a driver? My partner
I don't call it no name in the parang. I don't call it no name. I don't know. I don't call it no name in the parang.
But he have a driver?
I don't know.
Okay, based on what the
Prime Minister, I don't know.
Based on what the Prime Minister have said, he gave them $2,000 so they can pay a driver.
Well, what that is going
right?
to wheel?
So I mean, I cannot understand.
He's my representative.
He knows nice himself.
I said to the gentleman, or I said to persons who have told him that intoxication leads to hallucination. And hallucination does leads to delusion.
Hold up.
And delusion could take one down the wrong direction.
So that
there was not no malice when I was advising my representative's thing.
No.
I said, don't worry what them rude boys are going to say. Don't think what they don't hear me. They see me as the enemy. I only mean well.
And NDC government will put an end to contract workers in the public service as soon as it takes office. There is no need for a parallel public service in Grenada. All workers will be given permanent status.
So, you see, Devon, your representative jackass the thing.
Yeah.
The Prime Minister say we can't give them work, he go bankrupt the place. So then he say we go make everybody get work. Claudette say the IMF want us. And if we do it, we go be irreparable damage. But Lennox and you say, we have money! We have surplus!
Got it right there!
But let me deal with your representative right now, Devon. So, Mr. Lennox Andrew, I can't call him honorable because he dishonor himself.
Yes.
Because he brazen and you're speaking untruth.
Yes. He lying.
Hold on, the truth abideth not in you. So if you have surplus for capital projects, because he said that, why you going and lend $100 million US for climate smart capital project. And I realize they practicing climate smart because they don't clean in the roadside. So they live in the bush, the climate smart. So why the same Mr. Cornwall had to go with the Saudis and them and get 100 million? And I'll still tell us the terms and reference of that money. Eh? How much interest, how long I have to pay, how much the grandchildren got to pay and all kind of thing. I don't tell us that.
And they get the money.
We have money! You decide anything already? We have money! So how come you don't finish in River Road? How come you don't giving back the 150? Your money!
How come you don't fix in the modern air?
Land slip.
How come? Major road.
Your money! And what? You come out in telescope right there, no progress spec right there. How come I don't fixing back the school? Your money!
Yeah, and the other Andrews are coming for you too, you know. Sending your people and them to, and giving them all kind of stupid information, making people feel you have to pay $1.5 million to build back a stupid
Boathouse.
Your money!
Your money.
How come all they don't making the money on them? Because Ron say they can't find place for them. So Lennox, how come you don't telling Ron your money for you to place the people on them?
So,
And hold on again and listen this. A supplemental budget is when the budget falls short and when the economy don't grow. So you're telling us all this money, but are you coming for supplemental budget? Lennox, who you think you're talking to? And you have people with sense what arguing with Lennox with a jackass listen. Lennox. So, I'll take a supplemental. So Lennox, the thing good. But are you, since the budget started, the 350 million, how much? Why the terms and reference of that money? Because you come back for an next set. And then I say, and you Lennox, you, yes I saying it, I said it, you meet Kennedy Boudlal, and you tell him, Kit Mitchell wicked, because he leave all that money in the treasury and now you come in and take this cock and bull. But the Prime Minister say, watch, if you give people work, you bankrupt the thing.
so we all
Claudette say, the IMF want us. But you have that brazen, lying guy saying, we have money.
And I'm my representative.
We are surplus.
I vex,
You
bad,
vex,
bad. I vex. I cannot understand that.
He talk about cost of living. Anything, he mention cost of living and so on. But the same good friend as the Mr. Tellers would say, watch, we put out 700 people on a poor people program, say, MC, you know.
We add over.
So Lennox, what? Lennox, they go tell you I call your name. So, the economy growing. Yes, surplus.
Unemployment down.
But cost of living is such you have to add 700 people on a seed program which you take out $150. And if you really care about them people and we go make it 650, Lennox, because you have money. Because the Prime Minister say, and get a clip with the Prime Minister talk about 650, because I just want to play the clip here. So, Lennox, all you have money, all you have surplus, so why not make it 650? When you get it, hold on, just tell me when you get it. Why are you making it 650? Because the World Bank report say poor people is under 650. And you, Lennox, saying all you have money, all you have surplus. Lennox, stop that stupidness, eh? Let people listen to you and believe they could learn something from you.
And they have so much money, but so they pay.
The Public Workers Union, Brian Graham saying I sign some agreement and I don't honor it for contract people. But all you have money. Lennox, stop that. You have too much information out to make you look ordinary. You could have gone in the rum shop by Tabby or something and say that. And Devon, it brings me to the real thing, you know. Fiscal Responsibility Act, they say, it do good. Laco say that in the Senate, you know. It do good. Yeah, Fiscal Responsibility Act, it do good. You had challenges. The IMF advised them. But let me ask this question and I direct this question to Dennis, the Prime Minister, and Lennox Andrew. But the Fiscal Responsibility Act ensured that you get $2,000 you could have take when you do work. The Fiscal Responsibility Act ensure that you pay teachers money they do work for. The Fiscal Responsibility Act ensure that you get money to pay pension, what you just boast about, but now we don't good. And if the economy growing, Devon, why you bringing the Resilience Act and increasing GDP, where under the Fiscal Responsibility Act, 9% of GDP was for salary. All your money was for salary.
I got the stats.
But I bring it up to 13% now. That is not an indication that the economy doing good.
That means money running out.
So Dennis talk to Lennox. The same stupidness you're doing in River Valley Credit Union. Talk to him and tell him stop this jackass in the thing. You thought we were not listen. So the Fiscal Responsibility Act, break it out. After he do all that, he cause public workers during the pandemic to continue to get pay, get increase in thing, and so on, and cushion the effect of cost of living, the 150 which you take out. Your money, put it back, make it 650.
Yeah, make it 650.
And you think, but on the other hand, your money, but you're lending 100 million US. You have to bring, you come in with them supplemental budget for $149 million. So Lennox, come straight, complain. Because what you're saying no adding up to the reality on the ground. And then the Prime Minister, this last month, you know, the little time he was here, you know, when he did on some gala or flying something, he said, watch, we can do this thing, this functional review and thing that to happen now. We can employ people to bankrupt the thing. But you are one saying unemployment job by 17%. Wow, kind of. They want to see this guy. Tell this guy, I said that. Stop jackassing this thing.
They
How unemployment could drop by 17% and the Prime Minister saying, but we can't give work, he go bankrupt the thing. So where that jobs and them happen? Where did these jobs and them happen?
Only if persons getting double salary.
Friends, family, and associates.
Yeah, I mean that
Possible that way?
Yeah, it's possible. You know.
So we could start taking calls, Igwe.
Yeah, it's amazing, you know, to hear politicians, politicians just, you know, say things that they don't mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you know, and it's a terrible thing to listen to these guys lie. Good afternoon and welcome. You're our first caller.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Well, we fine, my friend.
We did.
Master Carl just stepped out.
Well, we have Andrew have a grandmother property of here, over St. John. And a minister, I don't know if he drinks soft drink. I don't know if he drink whiskey. I don't know if he drink wine.
He drinks something.
He bongs down a car and he go through down a whole veranda.
Oh my God.
Right in front of my door. I tell you what they say.
Who's that minister by?
Partner, I don't know. What is an NDC minister? All the same, eh?
Okay.
So I don't know his name. I don't know his address.
We go find out.
He capsized the people veranda, bunks a car, and he argued with the police, you know.
And the police will arrest him?
I want to know if they don't charge him for driving under the influence of alcohol.
We go find out.
I want the police have to charge him for driving under the influence of alcohol. 1. 2. He assault the police.
He assault the police?
Oh, he do assault the police.
Who's that? No, tell us, give us information.
A minister with bunks a man in job day.
Oh, right by you.
Yeah.
Right by me in my
Right by you.
Yeah.
I mash up a veranda.
You mash it through blocks and all mash up, you know. Not good, you know, blocks.
Tell us about the assault on the police officer.
Yeah, I want to know about that.
You understand? The police talking to him and he getting on with the police. But I want to know if they won't charge him for driving under the influence of alcohol.
No, you cost and costing the police and nothing does happen.
And
Eh?
endangering
You
lives.
do that already with police and nothing does happen, so you could do it again.
You go to the white police and one of the police go straight in him, you know.
Yeah,
You understand?
Because all that is endangering lives and all kind of thing, you know.
And the house is Andrew Donald grandparents' house.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Andrew Donald!
Andre!
Check up on the people and them.
Oh my
We're
God.
waiting and see what's going on.
Yes, we have to.
The serious thing now, you know. The thing is serious now.
The car the man bunks first. Asking the owner of the car if he has insurance.
He asking you owner that?
You ever man out of place?
Them guy named Brazen, you know.
Some gangsters he dealing with you.
So what happened? The man drink too much of water or what?
Oh yeah, either water or soft drink. I don't know because he had a coke in the hand, he threw it on the ground, they look he coke there on the ground.
The whole coke, the evidence.
All the coke, the evidence, he has something, coke and something?
Coca-Cola.
Lord of his mercy. That man drinking too much coke.
Too much coke he drinking, Jared.
He gets sugar or what? He hand give up on him?
Yeah, his sugar get high.
And he couldn't control it. Lord have mercy. Mr. Cornwall, please see, go get medical attention.
Go easy on my rep. Let me beat up on my rep.
Just now when you're beating up on my right.
I don't finish with him yet. And now start.
So
I'd call it thanks.
So partner, thanks for the information.
Give me that clip, baby.
Minister drinking too much water.
Start by reiterating the government's commitment to taking on what is undoubtedly a complex and difficult task. It is easy to run away from things that you didn't create. And clearly, we've inherited the situation, and as so ably contextualized by P.S. Marshall, this goes back at the earliest to 2013. As a nation, we entered a structural adjustment program. Significant sacrifices were made by the nation as a whole. Our fiscal situation was in a bad shape, and policy decisions were taken at the time, particularly fiscal ones, that we still live with today. I don't know that the structural adjustment period has ever ended. I knew it started, and I've never heard of an official end. The taxes have largely remained intact, and to a large extent, when it comes to the public service, the varying
Will I take the call?
Hello?
Afternoon caller.
Is that me?
Hey?
Good afternoon.
Who is that?
Yeah, insurance, sir.
Your insurance, sir?
Who goes there?
Yeah.
I got my insurance.
I hope your insurance.
So
Your house are insurance, sir.
your people place get damaged and you go say nothing.
Hold on, let me just shout because I ain't hearing. So let me just say this, and I say this straight up. I broke.
Broke.
And I want to do some repairs, not on the house, but I want to, do some repairs to the church. You understand?
I have a good lawyer in mind,
I ain't hear that. Say that again.
I have a good lawyer in mind.
No, I ain't want lawyer. You just had to come forward and just give up. You just always get lawyer when a man. Hold on. You there on the side of the road and the man come and bounce it.
These guys brazen enough,
Now, let me tell you something. A friend of mine called me and told me that the Minister of Finance met in an accident. And I'm like, very, sorry for him. But I ain't sorry for him again because the property mash up. Just calculating. That's your representative calculating. Tell him for me. We could talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. We could talk.
I look-
We could talk.
I look for reason.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Massacre started negotiation.
Start the
With
negotiation.
your MP. My MP lying, yours bouncing on.
Yeah.
What going on with this? What they like the lion bouncing thing so?
Heights.
They're drinking too much
Not
assault
only
drink
that,
and
other
thing.
things too, other thing putting them on heights. They just be on heights.
Look at that chatter say. He was up in some wild meat fete and Peter David was there, so maybe that's why he get frightened. I don't know.
We have an ex-color here. I lose it.
He was up in a wild meat fete and Peter David was there. So I don't know if that's the reason he got frightened.
He get scared.
I don't know.
Or sometimes he oversaw as himself.
I don't know.
He gets scared.
To all NMP supporters out there, don't forget
This
to
afternoon.
support, right?
So
the
the-
St. John's activity that is going on right about now at the Cuthbert Peters Park. Go out in your numbers. Let's get together. Let's talk. Let's share information. Let's eat and drink. Be there at Cuthbert Peters Park. It has already started at around 12. Go and show your support. The political leader or the parliamentary representatives, senior executive members will be there. Come out. Show your support.
So why is the Prime Minister, hold on, why is the Prime Minister talking about functional review and telling the nation nothing cannot be done until the functional review is complete? And we speak about functional review already because we say this is disingenuous about them. They know the process started along. And Daisy Hazard back us up with this. So the Prime Minister saying functional review, nothing can happen. He say if we give too much people work, the place go bankrupt. But Lennox Andrew saying unemployment drop. Lennox, stop that.
17%.
Stop that, Lennox. Because your own people are sitting down with you speaking different. Them, I just have to play what they say and counter you. I need not get into the discussion. And you sit down right by them and the same set of men and them beating the table when you're talking this. Let me take the call.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah. Gentlemen, good evening, and good evening to the listening public. Well, I guess you know who is that already. Devon.
The big man.
Yes, man. I am dressed ready to head somewhere. I ain't know where yet. Somewhere I go end up.
You want me to tell you where to go?
No, I know where to go, man. You don't have to tell me that. Anyhow,
Can I make a suggestion?
yes.
So you dress and you're heading west. So if you ever pass by Perseverance, make sure you drop the NDC mace.
Lyrics!
Leave it there.
I say no more.
Lyrical.
Okay, say no more, bro. Say no more. Say no more.
Lyrical.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen now, gentlemen. From 28%, I want to make that small contribution. From 28% to 18 or 17% as they claim.
11.9.
11.9
Right.
A reduction of 17% thereabouts.
in 1 year.
Okay.
In 3 months.
Very well. Very well. Very well. Now, let me tell you. Let me talk ABC language so that the people could listen. The bathroom and toilet program closed down. The house repair closed down. Imani, 50% of the Imani is on the breadline. We talk about 2 entities. The debushing basically shut down.
They say you will start Monday.
They say you go start Monday. Let me go a little further on. No, you have an unemployment.
Faith organization, people still unemployed.
Exactly. Well,
The people I to work with CJ still unemployed.
Unemployed. That's right.
Them women in Kare could get back the work.
And
Those on
and
pause they
the-
could get back the work. Grand Barrier still don't get back the work.
a lot of police gone.
Well, they retire, but I
some-
just tell you who don't walk in, what used to be
Yes,
walking.
yes,
And you tell me the rate drop.
And you counting that Grenada economy is doing well. You had a projection. If you did get sales of the CBI passport selling company, you would have raised a lot of money. Anytime a government start going outside to borrow monies from people, and that is basic economy. Once you read a budget and you start thinking about borrowing money to refinance your budget, your economy start doing bad. It means you're not generating enough revenue to maintain the recurring expenditure and to give people jobs. So you cannot employ. But you're going on the radio and making big statements. We could fix that by a lash of pen. We could do this. We could regularize all e-money.
And what is illegal and what is not.
Yes, all e-money. Don't be afraid. You will be regularized and your pension would be intact. Come on. Only fools that fall for this kind of statement. As a man that study a little bit in certain parts of the world and study a little economy, this is not a party that knows how to run government. You increase men wages. Well, I hear Senator Adrian Thomas talk about he don't know no minister to get $2,000 increase. Well, you don't come on the salary. Basically, you come on the side salary.
If I'm saying Davids, all them saying Davids people and them like to tell a lot of lies.
Chatters on the streets, it was 9, so an increase in salary was a corruption allowance.
Yes.
What chatters on the streets say?
Well, the point is, if he didn't get it, others got it. He didn't see that. So if your salary moved from 5,000 or 6,000 to 9,000 or to 8,000 plus, it means that you got an increment on your salary. Whether it's for transportation allowance, but the point here is, gentlemen, you take out 150 and you're saying if you under the IMF and the World Bank say if you receiving under 650, you are poor and vulnerable. But you still take out 150 out of 450. Come on, gentlemen. These are tough times. Young people are balling out now. People are complaining. Some of them afraid to come out in the public and say it, but they're complaining. Man, do things tight, things bad. I don't afraid. I do construction for a living, and anybody knows me. Maybe I'm a top-notch contractor, and I am very, very honest when I'm dealing with people them people money, and I could tell anybody that. I don't afraid them. They're doing wrong. I will deal with them. They come good, I'll be happy to speak well of them. But right for now, unemployment too high in this country. Too much people is on the breadline, and nobody is doing anything. Too many people. Time to put an end to this stupidness that they're doing. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
And what is mind-boggling about the whole thing with Mr. Andrews, Devon? He was speaking on the bill with they move from the fiscal responsibility actually resilience. And they purporting to increase from 9 to 13% of GDP for wages and salary. When a man saying they have money and they are surplus.
They are surplus. So why you want?
I don't know.
Like 4%.
And Lennox is a man. I think they learning supposed to be.
Yeah, in the Ministry of Finance, he was I think acting permanent secretary.
A chatter on the street say he see down by the traffic light in Granville. I don't know where that place is.
Well, yeah, no, by Maxi.
I don't know. They say the traffic light in Granville. I don't know.
Yeah, by Maxi partner. So and he and the chairman of the party, all of them just sit down there and converse.
Which chairman Mao? He doesn't be there too.
Well, chairman.
Let me take the call.
Chairman Mao and
good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Carl. Good afternoon, Devon. Are you ready for this evening?
Yeah, we're ready.
I said you're ready to pick up some people to bring up there. That is not west in the house. But alright, but just not to say about it. Devon, Mr. Carl. Let us look at what is going on in the country before the last election. When NDC was said nothing going on, and compare now, the amount of development that was taking place in the country. You have cement board coming in, and within a week, cement finished, construction was up. Check it with the bushing, amongst the people that be doing the bushing. Check again in other areas in the Imani, the other feed base, workers that was doing a proper job, sanitizing the train, keeping the train healthy. Right? And other areas where the government has people employed. And income this government, what they did, they sent home all them workers. They sent them home all. And so when they sent home all people, right, that was working and getting a salary, and you don't hire, you hire our 100 or 300 persons, and you're still in a raise of about almost 2,700, 2,700 people. You have less people working. Less people. The only one section. When you look at the situation again in the country, Devon, with the workers was working in the store, in store, they were getting a kind of family business for the store owners. But things get so hard in the country. The store owner cannot make ends meet. What they have to do? They have to send home. They have to send home these people and then too. So everybody, check again the marketing board workers. They are home. Right? So more you close on place and send home people. How the country could be if we go fame better when the people was working. And in the country, Devon and MasterCard, is the poor class of people in the country that will keep a country going. And when you get rid of them, right, what happened? The country become a standstill. Right? I remember in 2008, you said that the men drivers used to go on the port and they used to pack up that you can go home. Right? Because you can go home. So them used to go and compete against with the road workers for the bushing. Right? When NP came in, the country become back alive. Right? What money flowing. Right? And the government at that time, they have a surplus. They have a surplus. And if this government not have a surplus, you cannot see what they're doing with the money that they're getting. You cannot see what they're doing. Right? For the poor class of people, I will see they spending, they traveling, right? And employing the big friends who they have already, 2 and 3, 4 jobs. So then you find the people, you taking us the money from the poor class of people. You say the World Bank people state they should get 350 and they should get 650, 350 and 450. That's keeping the people in poverty, right? You say that. So the impression the people that had that you would have raised it to 650, you take out from the 350, they get $200. You take out from the 450, they get $300, right? And cost of living go up, food bill go up, everything go up, brother. They a massacre. The country become hard now, difficult for the poor class people in the country and everybody. So I want to say to the Ghanaian people, have hope. The NMP will be back. I put the trust in NMP. Don't put the trust in this government. Because this government, they lied to you, and they still continue to lie. They lie to coming government, and they go lie to go back out.
All right, caller.
They never have a break.
Bless even my friend.
A chatter on the street say, Adrian Thomas have right to say they didn't get increase in salary because he's not paying any personal income tax on the $2,000. So
right.
maybe.
Yeah. So you have a point.
Yeah. Let me take it.
Yeah, let's take it. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Carl.
Hi.
And Devon.
Afternoon, my friend.
Yeah, and Igwe. Good afternoon.
Bless up.
Something is bothering me, and it's really.
And I'm sure it's bothering a lot of people too.
Who is making who poor? If I give you a house, even though you cannot maintain it, is that making you poor?
No.
To put it in their own words, that is giving you equity that you would know.
Yes, that is real equity.
Well, the bright boy we have here as the Prime Minister, making that statement in the Parliament that Keith Mitchell wanted to give these people the house, knowing they couldn't maintain it. So then they would have come back to him when the house deteriorate, come back to Keith Mitchell for maintenance. So as a result, he would have been keeping them poor in order for them to vote for him.
Nonsense.
Stupidness.
Well, let me ask you this now. A house we were given by the Chinese government for the people of Grenada, for that low-income people. You make it difficult for them. And I meet 2 people who tell me they get through. And the end story was so sad. I say, but that's good you get through. I said, so what about the financing? I went to the credit union and I went to the bank. And you don't look like I'm getting that money. You don't look like I could get a house. Because to get the money is something else. The demand that the Prime Minister, Housing Authority put on these people takes away the people's hope. Because a lot of these people thought they would have rent to earn. It is very difficult now because they don't have what the bank asking them for. The little boy he say, I got to give up the house, I got to forget that because I really can't take on the bank thing, what they're asking for, neither the credit union. The lady, she was so sad. Her face dropped when she told me about the bank. And she said, look, I wasn't able to get that money. So who is making who poor? Who is frustrating people and sending them in the madhouse? No. Because if I give you a house, Devon, and I tell you, go and live in it, that ain't gonna get you crazy.
No. A sense of joy.
But if you really need a house, and I preventing you from getting it, you and your children, with your frustration, now in the pink house I want to send you?
Yeah. Watch.
I always say to Grenadians, listen to when Deacon talking. This guy don't care about poor people.
No.
He scorn them in everything he say. He scorn poor people. And he make it look like Keith Mitchell is evil because Keith Mitchell love poor people. Well, Dr. Mitchell, if that makes you evil, then we love you.
No doubt about it.
Boys.
You know, that is what bothered me, and that is what puzzles me. That is what have my mind wondering, what kind of Prime Minister we have? How does he look at poor people?
Caller, the Prime Minister sat in Parliament and let Lennox Andrew talk that nonsense about unemployment job when he, the Prime Minister, talking out until functional review is not complete. And if they make too much people employed, he will run the country bank up and he sit down and let Lennox Andrew say that.
This man just, the people he meet on the estate working, they send home about 30 of these people. Who is making people poor? The people who they meet in Carrick who working, they send them home. Even in Grenada, here, in the different public works department and things, they just send these people home without any regard. Who is making people poor? If I meet you working Devon and I send you home, I'm making you rich.
Still me down the drain. Watch when they go in Granbra Estate. I was ashamed for them. 2 workers here on Granbra Estate, over 200 acres of land.
So they send the rest and get rich?
Well, they send the rest and get rich. They send them and study unemployment.
I don't know why Grenadians don't listen to this guy and listen to what this guy is saying. It's time for people to listen to him and take heed of what this guy is saying. This guy is changing the society. He is pushing the poor class way below, and he's making it difficult for the poor people to rise.
Yep, that's his aim, and he's been doing that even before politics.
And he's trying to create a fake middle class, and believe me, it's a fake one. He's saying he's creating a middle class, but it is a fake middle class he created.
I don't know. I don't know.
God help us in this country when these people are done with us.
Grenada done.
Igwe and Mr. Carl and Devon, good evening.
Yes, my friend. Bless you.
Chatters on the street here, I want every police to take a breathalyzer test on Mr. Matthew Cornwall. I don't
know. We need to know. We always seek information.
Yeah, on there? Let's take it.
Good afternoon. Hello? Masaka, there is an issue that I listened to the Prime Minister speaking in the last presentation he made in the House of Parliament. And he was basically trying to come down on Doc for whatever reason, either when Doc left and whatever. But I don't want to go into that part of it, but I want to give the Prime Minister an advice. You want to, as your people say, that you scold former Prime Minister and the opposition leader and whatever. But, if you look among your ranks, you have a bunch of disrespectful young people around you, and you can't control them. So what you ever see the opposition MPs on the other side disrespect you as the Prime Minister? Have you ever seen that? But we have seen on numerous occasions the government MPs insulting members of the opposition, including the opposition leader, and you sit there and say nothing. You are a hypocrite.
Alice in Wonderland not sit and say nothing too.
Just as how you lying, exactly.
And right by him up the accident happened, he come out.
I mean, come on, man. You should be ashamed of yourself coming and talk about, oh, Dr. Mitchell thing, and you walk out. Talk to your people, the disrespectfulness that they show to the elder statesman in Parliament. You all should be ashamed of yourself. I don't compromise on this thing, because when you do that, you're showing people that you don't even have respect for your home and your mother and father. You don't respect them. If you come in the House of Parliament and do that, and defending that, that means you don't respect your home and your family. And I make no apology for that.
A chatter on the street say, Master Carl, they don't want to run anymore. So they offering him to go on story, and they're planning to pay for the story. So they want to move him out
in secret.
Yeah. Ron, that true? But Ron, if you get an opportunity to go on story free, go
on, my brother.
You go better than that. What going on there?
Go on, my brother. Take the opportunity and go. You understand?
So they don't want you, Ron. And they're trying to systematically get you out. Go and get your education.
And Django use him an advisor.
I wish Kevin could do that too.
Django use him an advisor. Advise him to take the deal, go away and study.
Ian Thomas?
Yes, Ian Thomas. That's the advisor.
And I saw Ian last night. If I know, I would have tell Ian that.
I know, boy. Ian, if you get a chance, give us a call. Good afternoon and welcome.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hello?
Yes.
Yes, go on.
Good afternoon. Go right ahead.
Yeah, Master Carl Devon, good afternoon. I want to make a point because I listened to the clip. I heard the Prime Minister saying when the opposition leader finished, he just pick up his books and he walk out of the Honorable House. Minister not saying in the Honorable House, he had to pick up and go insane.
Yes.
Because the thing about it is, when the man in the Parliament making a point, you and your MPs speaking and tell him sit down and tell him shut up. You ain't saying nothing. So what they want the man to stay here for them to beat him? So I don't know when the man talk. I was very upset about that. The man just picking up his books and walk out the Honorable House. He's out of order. He must have respect for the man. The man want what the father, you want what the grandfather. What want these people and them, man?
I tell you, they have no respect at all. Not even for their own selves, they have respect.
But Devon, something has to be done with this country and with this government. This government is right all about the place. They don't know what's going on. Who could straighten them out? Who could straighten them out? Something they're embarrassing us.
The ballot box could straighten them out, man.
But you know a suggestion, and I don't know if that law is in our books here. The whole question, the electoral laws, and so the whole question of recall. I think if the laws permit us here in Grenada to recall certain MPs, and so when they are in office and they're not performing, if that is available to us, I think that is one of the routes we need to take before this election. Otherwise, we're in trouble with the disrespect, the lies. I mean, come on, the unemployment, all these things are happening. Right, the bad mindedness that is going on among them old members towards other people in the community. Before you open your mouth and you talk about NDC, use a worst person, and you're this and you're that. I mean, that's where we reach.
Victimization at its highest, son.
And they're sitting down there and condoning it in the highest level of the house of our country, in the House of Parliament. When the opposition leaders and other opposition MPs speaking, giving their contribution, the speaker is allowing them to say all sorts of garbage to man, these people, they're so shameful, eh?
It's shameless.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Fiscal, brother Devon, and that statement what make there.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. We need to see what's going on in the Lord and change some of the things and and let put these people and them to be questionable for the things that
Have to, man. We have to keep the pressure up. Right? People have to continue to speak out. Right? Speak out as to what is going on in our country. We can't afford to say, oh, it's only 1 year and it's 2 years. No, wrong is wrong. And if they're doing garbage, if they are performing miserably and bringing this country down the drain, they need to go.
No.
We need to get rid of them, please. This is no serious matter. Imagine an entire budget ran through. All a year, we are now going to the second budget, and you cannot see no capital projects, nothing that this government has done within the last year to improve on unemployment or the lives of the Grenadian people.
Nothing.
Those of you out there who have different facts, call us here 4420175 and state your case. We don't want to be here talking and giving any false information, as you all would say. Challenge us. Tell us what are the projects that this government has implemented in the last year. What has the $1 billion budget brought as benefits to the Grenadian people in the last 9 or 10 months? I cannot.
Going on, but you voting for NMP or NDC or whatever it is. When they go into a rally, go and listen to exactly what they are saying. See if it makes sense. Get a pen and piece of paper, write it down. And when they go in office, hold them against it. A man just can't just come and just promise you XYZ and when he come, he ain't doing it. Hold them against it. And if we start demanding more other people, they wouldn't have a choice but to raise their level. But if these parties see that we just anything goes for us, they will continue giving us mediocre.
I take the call.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Devon,
yes.
How are you today, man? And Master Carl and others, you all good today?
Yeah, we okay. Good afternoon, we okay.
Well, you know, I really have no apologies for saying what I said, and I really don't care who the hell vex. But I've said so from day one and still continue to say that mostly all the projects that I see right now that going on is inheritance from the Keith Mitchell and the New National Party who they hate. I look at the thing that the other day, they launched something called WASH. And I just had to laugh because the WASH program is identical of what Keith Mitchell had, the continuation, having bathroom, toilet, etc. These people came in, they meet, a pregnant treasury or full of money or whatever the case is, a well-managed economy. Keith Mitchell not perfect. Yes, he do a lot of things that I could say that I'm not particularly happy about. And one of the things I'm not happy about is that whenever he makes his contribution in Parliament, he just walks out, and I find that is disrespectful to the people of Grenada. He must sit down and stick it out because I paid him to Keith Mitchell. That's disrespectful. But that's not the issue here. The issue here is what has he done? He has the projects. I don't know if they could name anything that they actually do because all these things is a continuation of what happened before. So I don't know what they could take credit for. Even the issue of the selling passport, which I condemn Keith Mitchell all about, and I don't like it neither, but the thing. The amount of things some of them say about Keith Mitchell, oh God, like I never repeat it. And you come in and you still, I hope that this is not true, they're not selling passports. Because if, as it is alleged, the man is crooked, how he bankrupt ideas, they're selling people to crooks, selling the amount of things, and you turn wrong, and you do the same thing. All you really don't have all your belly, all you should be ashamed. But getting back to the projects and the programs, I have no apologies for saying that all the things is a continuation of what Keith Mitchell and the New National Party did. I am still to hear name one, or if it's anything, you know, there's a calypso, I think we did talk about. The more we change, you know, remain the same in terms of you come and you change the names, but you actually is the same project. And all this is a continuation. This is why when you hear them talk about young team running the country and young team, people expected the young team to fail and they didn't fail and all kind of a thing. The most of the people that I understand is really running the country and doing things is what I call them transactional leads or transformational leads is the older NDC people. I am not sure if it's the young people. I'm not saying the young people in running, but as far as I understand, that the place is full of a lot of these old-time NDC people that is having the input into the running of the country, and I don't know if these new ones or these young ones that are claiming actually running the country. But coming back to the issue of the projects, I know most of it. I'm not saying that 100%, but I would say it's almost 99%. And I am very happy because government is continuing, so I'm not bashing them, because this thing about when a government coming here to start all over again and done with the project and this and that. Even all they're talking about this hospital that they're going to be building. Hospital was there. That is an NDC project, baby. That's an old NDC project. Ask Franca Bernardine and Peter and all of these people. So I don't see anything really significant or new. I'm not saying that they didn't have, but please, somebody tell me. And this is why they're able to, the economy is on the footing as it is, because they inherited what Keith Mitchell built and what Keith Mitchell did. And so they're able to govern, and they're able to pay salaries, and they're able to do that. It's because of Keith Mitchell and the NNP. So I can't understand. Please, people, I'm not saying that you all didn't have anything, but I would really love to know what all they bring to the table. What is the new projects? And even the one with the by Keith Mitchell area, the road. I would Molyneux. I would have thought that Molyneux. Look, man, I don't know if you all going on. I know what's going on. The people complaining about the bus situation and massacre is because of that Molyneux project,
Mm-hmm.
It is because of the bus situation. You're hearing people say transportation is the worst on that side. It's because of the Molyneux project. And it is alleged that they fire the contractor, and after they fire the contractor, they get somebody else. And I hear now they didn't happy. I hear that they call back the original contractor. That is alleged. Huh? I mean, oh God, I never see people foolish. So all they're concentrating on is Morris Bishop. Get the country going.
Morris Bishop.
Yes, everything's about Morris Bishop. As a matter of fact, trying to see if they could erase history. You can't erase history. Devon, I like Devon, because he's a straightforward person. You know what Devon say? People are hurting, and Devon, you are correct. People are hurting. You go in and launch thing when you have Heroes Day. Huh? And asking people to reflect. Reflect about what? Somebody arms that come out. You could ask them to reflect and be proud of your history. What stupidity is that I'm hearing? Everything's about Morris Bishop. The man is a very controversial figure. Well, they won't know my stand on Morris already, because I know a lot of atrocities committed during that revolution that I could talk about. To begin with, first of all, you suspend the Constitution, and when you suspend the Constitution, you tamper with my rights, and you have no right to do that. You understand? So the amount of atrocities that was committed during that period, that man is a controversial man. Anytime I say Morris Bishop is a problem, people have to say this, keep away from the man and all this kind of a commotion, keep away from him. But the more they talk about Morris Bishop, is the more they don't find that dividing the country don't divide between yellow and green, although the color of the party really is gold, not yellow. I don't want people to say yellow, but of course you can't be vexed because some of them just come. You call them people, you know what you call them, Carl? Johnny come lately.
Yeah,
that's what you call them. Right. They don't know about party. You know what I mean? Some of them, you know, in this world today, Master Khan, you have some people that's jumping on a bandwagon.
Bandwagonist, man.
Yeah. That is I'm talking about Grenada, and I'm talking about the world.
Worldwide. You ever set up people as bandwagonists?
Yeah, but you know, call these people too opportunists. Opportunists, they're jumping on a bandwagon and dies. They don't know how party come. They never build party, they never walk.
All right.
All right, caller.
All right, Mr. and Mary, have a wonderful evening.
We will take our break, Ego.
Yes, my general.
You tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. One-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This This is the opinion, yes, yeah. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over. They unleash the lawyer, set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So me plea are repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I'm begging, now we and I did one week. From Versailles to the country, streets turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing, now this is my humble petition. Another day for election, go. Now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy, eyes too beady. Honeymoon end before the romance. We expect corruption, but now without check or interruption. That tap you might stuff the pocket, but not racket by the pocket. From the constant comments, we get no recess. Before things fall apart and the riot starts. Even in chutney, I'll tell them go. Make it sooner than later. To protect the future, please. For the sake of we children and the next generation. Go. To safeguard our image. Before Griffith cause more damage. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on the knees. And I'm begging, go now. They try to stick me with rage me. They are more trick than Houdini. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing. Please, Mrs. Kamla. Take Munila and Sharma. Go. Nah, please. Them and them minions, total villains, raking millions. Their slogan, we shall rise, it was so true. Tell John Public not to panic while them and they sidekick. Swimming in a pool of dollars so blue. Like meat eating vulture, they neglect agriculture. Mega fans of phony, Mama Guy Caroni. Sweet man Glenn and Sharma came face to face with the karma. And it was awful, gone through with two pull. Don't need a big mouth to tell them go. Watch her and see they does follow now. Before we regret tomorrow, please. You're setting a bad example. Family values they trample. Go. It's only vice they desire. Now. Before the 5 years expire, like a dog with fleas and tongue on the knees. And I'm bleeding go now. Before we end in bankruptcy. Before they empty the treasury, streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm bleeding go now. Immediately. And don't forget your AG go now. Please.
What else going on? But we voting for NNP or NDC or whatever it is. When they go into a rally, go and listen to exactly what they are saying. See if it makes sense. Get a pen and piece of paper, write it down. And when they go in office, hold them against it. A man just can't just come and just promise you XYZ and when he come, he ain't doing it. Hold them against it. And if we start demanding more other people, they wouldn't have a choice but to raise their level. But if these parties see that we just anything goes for us, they will continue giving us mediocre.
An NDC government will ensure that youth in agriculture and fisheries, youth in diplomacy and diplomatic affairs, youth in sport medicine and sport leadership. Youth in every division of every area and sector of government will be visible at every level of our political structure.
But bad mind I go kill them slowly. Bad mind I go kill them only.
Devon, and they say when you go in the rally and them, the same one what we don't know who pay for, write down, listen, tape, and hold them to it because they can't come and promise and don't do it. But look at Jonathan make some promises there. Find you seen them?
No. We have to tape him.
See.
Pull him a little closer.
Yeah,
Pull it closer, yeah.
The young people still waiting on all the promises that LACO, all young people in foreign affairs, young people on the boards, young people in high up echelon in the government. Yes, we've seen one or two young people placed in about 3-4 different, one person, put about 3-4 different place in government. That we seen. But the majority, the thousands of young people are not seeing no training, are not seeing no employment, no opportunities have been laid down for them after the best budget. I mean, it's ironic, and I stand on this best budget, It's almost a year, and we have not seen anything. Well, I shouldn't say anything. What I've noticed they are doing now, if you notice around the country, a lot of the projects that was done by the last government, they putting up billboards now. That they have done. Putting up billboards now stating CBI projects. Monkuma Road, a CBI project. So and so, River Road thing, a CBI project. You understand? So they're setting us up to be more comfortable with CBI because they know what they are doing with CBI. You understand? So they're making us feel, well, okay, yes, CBI do this and CBI do that, so they could continue going ahead with it and everything like that. These guys are worthless, They are worthless to the core. I cannot understand and Gradian sitting there and talk about, oh, they just reach, they're just in government, give them a chance. Give them a chance to do what? To continue to, destroy this country? Look at my parliamentary representative, Mr. Lennox Andrews, standing in parliament and telling people that unemployment was cut by 17% in 1 year.
What is that? Have it?
I cannot understand a grown man like that.
Hold on.
I need to hear the stats, man.
Have it?
Give me the stats.
You want the stats?
Yes, give me the stats.
Let me give you the stats.
Hey.
Okay, yeah.
Just received data from our economic performance, from unemployment level, and the data is showing from Statistics Department. The data is showing that the unemployment rate as of August is 11.9%. 11.9% from 28 where it was for August this year. 11.9% unemployment rate. From 28%. Yeah? I have it here! I have it here! To show you! What on that? The data I received from the CPI says that CPI, the cost of living, is now 1.9%. 1.9%. Down from 3.3, where it was at the same time last year. So put all of that in context. The economy is doing well. We are doing well. And we are very much on the way to achieve the kind of fiscal resilience that we are hoping to achieve. Good? So
I live in a cons. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, relative to that citizen by investment program. Sometime last week, the European Union expressed grave concern over 5 countries in the Caribbean area that has a CBI program, including Grenada. to their mind, it is questionable who are the people that are on that program. Especially grave concern was expressed over the, including Russian and Belarusian people having Grenada and other Caribbean passport through that CBI program. They expressed grave concern over it just last week. But guys, I feel sad for my brother, as in my colleague, Dennis Cornwall. I spoke to Dennis recently.
You did?
Yeah, and I was also talking to you, to Carl. I tried getting you, I got you a call afterwards, after Friday program, but you didn't.
Now we go link.
Right. Hello. My partner is under a lot of stress.
Really? And he's the only hope we have?
He's under a lot of stress, and he's not taking it well. I could tell you that safely. Yep, and he's not taking it well. And it's a difficult situation he finds himself in. But what are you going to do? Unfortunately, accident is not a nice thing. And in a given situation, it might cost him a lot. Because you'd have to take, well, I don't know for the insurance or so, but you'd have to take the responsibility anyway. But in the given situation, the country is on a footing. The country is in a state that is ugly. And Toes, as is usually called, could say as much as he wants. I mean, it is obvious the way he speaks is not convincing. He's not even convinced when you listen to him carefully. And I think I'm very good at that kind of thing. When people speak with conviction, they will sound a lot different from what he was trying to do. Big impression he was trying to make is obvious. The statistics on the ground does not verify what he was trying to get across there. Knowing the real situation that people are seeing and feeling every day in Grenada does not look like the picture he's trying to paint, period.
The eye test.
And this is not an issue about a political party affiliation and connection here. Just a matter of the real issues on the ground. It doesn't look nice. People are not enjoying economic prosperity. I mean, that man, he went as far as to say, in 3 months' time, you could say, from August to now, you have that drop, you know. Yeah? How possible it has to be? I mean, according to you, to one of you, not even in China, not even in America, and China could easily accomplish such a thing. America could accomplish maybe such a thing, because for the past few months, a lot of jobs, over 300,000 jobs was created in America. Biden been doing well based on his economic policies. The business...
And Biden can do as well as Toes saying.
That's it. And in Grenada, there is no way... Well, okay. Which sector? Which area? What is kind of business that was being done for the past 3 months that would have changed things so drastically?
Surely not construction.
Surely not construction?
Surely not.
And
surely
usually construction is the biggest of them type of development.
And then the government, they under functional review with the Ohio.
Functional review, yeah. That's one part of the whole thing. That press conference that was held, I listened to it that day. And the lady, this permanent secretary who gave the rundown as to what the situation really was not painting a nice picture.
Nope.
So I don't know how come all of a sudden you have unemployment drop from 25% to 11.9. Virtually impossible and not in our real situation. That's a matter of fact.
They are about to read a budget, a rude awakening for the Grenadian people, so they're setting us up.
Well, I mean, we were set up since when the Prime Minister tell Grenada ban the belly. This past year has not been a rosy one in any way.
Prime Minister tell him nobody's coming to help him.
And nobody's coming.
Not even him.
I mean, what kind of a nonsense that is being purported by Toes right now? And in the given situation, I want to suspect, I have a reason to suspect that there is deep division inside there. That whole issue with Ron, I pointed out to you already, Ron had an organization that is called WOKE inside of the NDC.
But he also part of the Youth for Change.
That's it. And Ron is a rebel, a rebellious type of kind of guy. It is very hard to keep him in line the way understand Deacon Mitchell is trying to keep these people in line. The kind of mentality I notice Deacon has, the attitude he has, he wants to control everything. There's no question about that. And Ron doesn't seem to be the type that you could control that kind of way. So I'm surprised if they're trying to get rid of him. I would not be surprised.
Chatters on the street see dangling a carrot in front of him for him to go and study.
I mean, and why he's a minister? I mean, that is nonsense. And that is a clear, if that is the true thing, that is a clear indication of where things stand with them. I mean, if anybody wants to understand politics, in a situation where you have a minister in office at the time, you want him to leave his office and go and study for a reason. And nowadays you can study online so much. But I mean, yes, a certain kind of study, you know what, you have to go to university or so. But the thing is that why now? And within the situation, like I suspect, there are serious issues inside it.
Trouble in the camp.
He's not a yes man for sure.
Nah.
I've been listening to him for the past few years. He's not a yes man.
Yeah.
And as far as I understand the situation, he's the type who like to hear yes. Even though you sit down and discuss, in the end, his answer is what matters. I'm of the distinct impression that that's the kind of person he is.
Now, you don't control it around for sure. That's for sure.
If there is evidence right now that there's deep division inside there, I mean, another no nonsense kind of person is the one in Carriacou, Kevin. And he and Ron was the two people mainly responsible for that organization inside of NDC.
Kirin and
Kirin is part of it.
The given situation that you have in Carriacou, Kevin being given such power, he would try not to rock the boat, I believe.
No, man, only then he sort of that priority. If he go find something else. He rest freed. So they go just grind.
And Dennis, I want to believe too, knowing the kind of person he is.
So I hope you had a good conversation. I hope you gave him some good advice.
We'll talk with
But I tell him not to drive, he's still driving.
And you ever
I
pay
tell
driver?
him not to drive.
You ever pay driver?
He does take load.
I don't know.
Dennis is a person, if you know him, he's not afraid to say what he needs to say.
No.
Yeah, but that advice did good for him. I tell him not to drive.
So I wouldn't be surprised if there is a problem there to an extent too. But
all right, caller.
The things are not nice nowadays. Take care, gentlemen.
Chatters on the street, Igwe. As a constituent of the St. Patrick's, I would like to make a call to both MPs of East and West to be more present in the villages in these constituencies. Nothing of substance is happening in these constituencies. Are they waiting for the election to be called to return to the constituencies? Chatters on the street. Joseph Andal, the man by the seal cotton tree, you want to start to take a call because he want to talk to you. You know, the one by the seal cotton tree. You don't take any call. We know what happened with the matter in housing and thing, and we know where he go and what he do. But take a call still. He didn't like what happened, so he go and seek some redress. But Joseph Andal, take the call, the man under the seal cotton tree.
But that's a call going out to all the parliamentary representatives. You know. People seem not to see them. You understand? They're not present. I mean, I could speak to of my representative, Honorable Lennox Andrews, persons that meet me and tell me, look, talk, say on the radio, call out Mr. Andrews, let him visit.
No, they could go by the traffic light.
Well, yes, I mean,
traffic light?
Go by the traffic light, and so not even in Munich and Tuileries and these places that they have seen him. You understand? Just passing, and I mean, come on, Mr. MP, you have been given an opportunity to govern a constituency. Show some leadership, sir.
Chatters on the street asked me to please acknowledge these three women of St. Mark. They have put Grenada on the world stage in a very short space of time. Miss Julie Dubois in dentistry, Miss Samantha Harris, Crown Miss Plus Size International, Miss Georgia Wilson, Black Woman of Excellence. She's one of the Britain's top 25 Black Women Award. Congratulations to all three. They are three strong women, and we should pay some homage and acknowledge them. Hey.
Yes, right here. Big ups in Marks. And women power.
I know they do good still.
Yeah, women power.
Are you saying something for her to play again, you know?
Igwe, a school child send a message for me.
Yeah.
Master call your mother. The man drinks CMOS and the varna run out in the road.
I believe so. Just like the child
CMOS, the man they drink.
Just like the child run and bongs the car in Willis. You know, them don't seem to be doing the bouncing, but the bouncing seem to be doing by the object or the other human. Wow.
I told them what intoxication does lead to hallucination. I tell them that. In some cases, fabrication. In some cases, delusion.
Yeah, you seen things.
And many cases, it does lead them to wrong direction. I tell all of them that. So Joseph, the man under the silk cotton, take his call.
Yeah, take his call.
He didn't please out or go down in the housing thing, but don't vex with him for that.
I have a thing for you.
Yeah.
In 2023, we will roll out a major initiative that will support our farmers and fisherfolk to grow their enterprise and increase local production, thereby reducing our dependence on imported foods, ultimately lowering the cost of food. The Food Security Enhancement Project is estimated to cost $27 million to be implemented over a 12-month period. Major initiatives under this project include production support for crops, livestock, poultry, and fisheries. Mr. Speaker, government aims to significantly increase the acreages under production by at least 20 acres. To this end, direct support will be provided to farmers to increase the production of specific crops, namely white potatoes, cassava, yams, dasheen, corn, and bananas. Government recognizes the rising cost of farm inputs and will therefore provide support in the form of land clearing, plowing, planting materials, fertilizers, farm labor, training, and technical services. Small-scale livestock and poultry producers will receive support to upscale production rates in the form of feed provisions, equipment that incorporates local feed, housing support, and training. Similarly,
I challenge anybody there, man, to call Real FM now and tell me any one of those things will happen.
Yeah. I want to know where that $27 million spent. Anybody.
You're saying sugar no good. You're putting VAT on sugar, but you're encouraging white potato. You understand?
More starch.
More starch.
In our country.
I challenge any farmer from anywhere in Grenada country, call me and tell me how much of that has been done
to them.
I can't ask Lennox because Lennox go lie.
Yeah. Can ask tell us what because
they go lie. I can't ask Laco, you go lie. Ron go lie.
Understand?
You have a fella what waiting in the wings. A fella they call what is his name? David Andrew. What's about this guy?
Boy, don't talk about this one self, no? This one self is
another man of God?
Is another man of God. More melee for this one. Because this one creating real melee with the children and parents in St. Andrews. When it comes to the St. Andrews Anglican school that just burnt, part of it. You understand? Watch. I heard a parent talk and said they don't understand up to this day what is going on. Their children are home. This week will be about 3 weeks now. It's going on. Chatters on the street are saying that what is coming from the minister and ministries is that it's going to cost $1.5 million to put back one boathouse.
A boathouse there $2 million.
One boathouse in Progress Park.
A boathouse.
Right? But yet for all, you want to transfer the children to Telescope and you want to build 2 buildings. So that's another $1.5 million. $3 million. I mean, make it make sense, people.
A boathouse.
Make it make sense.
You're surplus.
Mr.
Your money?
But another St. Andrews man that's saying that, you know.
Your money?
Another St. Andrews man that's doing that.
They have money. But
have it.
I hope Mr. Andrews will be living in harmony because they didn't go. I mean, so he living in harmony.
In harmony.
That don't mean they harmony.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. He living in harmony.
He living in harmony.
Yes,
that don't mean he harmony.
Yes. I don't understand the parents and the children. Now, let's imagine you have parents who have to go to work, right? Where would they leave their children at this point in time?
And see that unemployment go down.
Yeah, you understand? And see that unemployment, that means the parents working, all of them. So where would they leave their children? But instead, you and your group, including some of the teachers too, you know, trying to making issues about they don't want to go back there and they're unsuitable and everything. The children education is what is more important, not your personal feelings about what you want and don't want to do. You understand? You denying our children a chance to educate themselves. Come on, do something better than that, Mr. Minister and your staff. Treat our children. Well, you know, I don't expect you all to treat and they don't like this word, the less fortunate and the vulnerable.
No, that word does vex them.
Because only poor people, children that suffering. The persons who could barely make ends meet have to still stay home with their child when they could go out and look for something to do and get money. You understand? So y'all make it make sense. And I'm calling on the parents. Stand up for your right and make sure that these people do what is right for your children. Your children education is important. They are your future. Most of them who making decisions for you in the Ministry of Education and where else and so their children graduate and everything already. They have big jobs. They're not worrying about the young ones where the parents have to scramble to get them to school to and back. Their children go through university and getting ready for a big job. They only have one, sometimes two children. They are well taken care of. What about those who are on the breadline? What about those who could not have go to school for the last 2 weeks? And up to this day, no answers. Come on, Mr. Minister, do something better than that. And you just say, "Nah,
okay,
man, and good." Yes.
To further demonstrate our commitment to put people at the center of our development agenda, this administration will introduce a social partners committee comprising representatives from government, labor unions, the private sector, churches, non-governmental organizations, and the youth to help steer government's policies going forward. This committee, chaired by the Prime Minister, will meet once quarterly to review current government initiatives and provide constructive feedback and suggestions for improvement from their respective organizations, thereby ensuring an inclusive approach to our shared development. Mr. Speaker, we do not pretend to have all the answers. This administration is committed to inclusive governance and welcomes innovative solutions from all citizens, especially our young people.
Devon, you hear him? That part of the best budget, eh?
Yes, man, best budget.
You why you saying it?
A school child tell me they bankrupt the economy since they pay the pension.
No, man.
Yeah, money. Yeah, money.
Yeah, surplus.
Serious money.
I got the evidence.
The government start being bankrupt when they start giving ministers loan in GDP. And they increase their salary by $2,000.
That just made it worse.
You understand? But you know what is so ironic? And they don't like to hear that. They could pass all kind of supplementary budget in parliament and so to do all sorts of things. Shortfall in this, shortfall in that. 7-point-something million for anniversary for next year and everything. But they cannot pass a supplementary budget to give the poor and vulnerable back the $150 bill. What happened to the $150 you took away from the poorest of our people? They need it. They need it more than ever right now. But you could pass all sorts of supplementary budget and do all kind of things, right, during this year. But you cannot seem to pay attention to the most vulnerable of our people.
We are Colgate?
No. Shame on you guys.
Therefore, I want to say that too. I need to say that. saw the street lights operational. It is strange that they didn't make a song and dance about the street lights.
They can't.
However, as soon as the street light became operational, and I have the document in it, I was like to bait them for them to doubt. There's information to suggest that the wardens should be evaluated. The only time they do evaluating the wardens. As the traffic light come, they want to evaluate the wardens. But I'll go back to same 120 Oxford.
Oh, so the street light working, so the wardens have to go.
Yes.
So, you see, in the revolution, anytime they tell the police are meeting in your house, a set of men going up in prison because you have a certain man pointing out all the counter. So now the light on, wardens.
Take heed.
I had the document. I want them to deny. I give me all a chance. The letter. So now they say evaluate the warden, so you know some will get job.
Yeah.
Because the budget, the failed budget, and the next one coming, so they have to clean it up.
Because I cannot understand if for almost 1 year now, that best budget have not yield no benefits for the Grenadian people.
You have something to forget. Let's drop it.
Let me drop it there.
Transforming our healthcare system is the single most important priority for this administration. Our ultimate goal is to transform Grenada into the health capital of the Eastern Caribbean. This means the highest quality in healthcare facilities and services with access for all, underpinned by a culture of healthy lifestyles. Mr. Speaker, the former administration touted healthcare as a priority. However, there was absolutely no plan to develop the health sector. The facilities were ignored, and our healthcare professionals were treated with disregard. Our nurses in particular were fleeing in droves, and critical services were not provided. Mr. Speaker, our citizens were, and still are, literally afraid to be committed to our hospitals for care. This administration, Mr. Speaker, is committed to delivering on the quality of healthcare that our people deserve. Our health is our greatest asset and therefore quintessential to the transformation agenda. And so, Mr. Speaker, we recognize that strengthening our human resource capacity is going to be critical if we are going to transform our healthcare sector. The government is taking concrete steps to address the human resource capacity challenges facing the healthcare sector. Of great concern is the mass exodus of our nurses. We have engaged the nursing fraternity and have listened to their concerns, which include poor working conditions, job insecurity, nurse shortages, and inadequate compensation. Mr. Speaker, we will move swiftly to address the regularization of our nurses and the training of more nursing professionals.
Devon, you know what is the plan of the National Democratic Congress as it relates to health? When you go in the hospital in A and E, what is the accidents and emergency? Yeah. You have to read that organizing sign. Only accidents and emergencies will be seen.
So what is class?
Hold on. We are currently seriously short-staffed. Thanks for your understanding. That what NDC had to offer. So the whole part of the budget, the best budget and health, has fallen in face. They say the Minister of Health chatters on the street, say they put in a 4-man committee to babysit him. Because he can't make it, and shuffling him to another place won't make sense. Let me take the call.
He started away Pampas or what?
I don't know.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Afternoon once again, gentlemen. Two things that I like to also bear in mind whenever you're discussing the economy in this country. But one of the things, right, is that the contingency fund that was set at 30%.
They make it 10.
Administration,
But they say
was gone from depleted down to 10%. That's a clear red flag. That tells you that thing was bad or thing is bad.
But they are surplus.
But we need to dig into the contingency fund. The contingency fund is a backup. And it was being built up and built up when Kit Mitchell was there. This is why they cannot meet a pregnant treasury, as they call it. Another thing to bear in mind, that Father Joseph, who is now Legal Affairs Minister, who is now Labour Minister and Attorney General, had considered the hiring of the warden as an illegal activity.
They evaluating them now.
She brought them to court, you know.
She took the government to court. She lost the case, but she took the government to court over the same warden. So obviously, logically, she being in charge of that in that position where she is now, would do everything to slaughter the program.
Caller, one question, please.
Go ahead.
You ever see them boil coconut oil? What else do with the caca coconut? Chew it or chew it?
Well, if the coconut is fresh, if you do it when you just do the coconut, it is very nice to eat.
Well, not a lot of people know that most people are chew it.
Yeah.
So they like the NDC, you have to chew it. Caca cocoa.
Not cocoa caca, caca cocoa.
Boy, our good friend in River Sally, Kwame Wall. You know his sister died. I think the funeral is tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Let me take the call.
Good afternoon and welcome. Good afternoon.
Yes. And what Mr. Toes said about unemployment makes absolutely no sense.
Everybody know that.
No way. Unemployment cannot drop. It's not practical for unemployment to drop by over 50% within 1 year. When the Obama administration took office in 2009, unemployment in the United States was at 10%. It took 8 years to get it down to 4.7% in a country that had a robust job growth. What Mr. Toes should talk about is the amount of jobs that show the jobs. Not
the number of jobs.
You could have job growth and still unemployment remain high.
Yes.
Because every year children graduate from school. How many students graduate every year?
Thousands.
In Grenada.
And that happened from August to now.
And they enter the job market. So it's not practical. For someone, I remember him in GBSS. Well, I left Grenada before the revolution, but I remember him, and he was supposed to be an intelligent person. He's making absolutely no sense.
And he used to work in the Ministry of Finance, you know. Yes.
Yes.
I think you were some PS or deputy PS or something one time.
Deputy or acting PS at one time under the NNP.
Supposed to be more intelligent than that.
You know, so I mean, I cannot understand that cacabull like coming and talk.
Cacacuco, man.
Yeah, this foolishness about unemployment from 28% to 11.9%.
No, he David Copperfield, man. Oh, Harry Potter.
In the most industrial.
Yes, go on, caller.
In the most industrial country in the most industrial country in the world with its robust job growth, that is not practical.
But even if we're not seeing it, we're on the ground, the eye test.
The job market.
Yeah. We can't see it. We can't even feel it. I mean, just make it make sense. You know, sometimes when politicians open their mouth, they have to be careful what they say, because so much of garbage comes out of it. You know that it's amazing.
Exactly.
You know. Anyhow, my friend.
Take care.
Thank you.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
I can't see. I'm playing Trinidad this thing. I can't see. Yeah. Look what Lennox do to me. I can't see.
I mean, come on.
You have surplus. You have something for me, Gates.
Empowering the beneficiaries of the seed program. Mr. Speaker, this government will introduce a cashless system of payment of the support for education, empowerment, and development benefits to eligible beneficiaries.
1 year, no one can get.
Our elderly and other beneficiaries will no longer have to stand in long lines at the front of the Treasury and the district revenue offices.
What's noise?
But Devon, you don't do no project, but you bring no unemployment.
Yeah.
What? Lennox, man.
Yeah, double salary.
Lennox, you take anything, you stretch anything too far, Lennox.
A little too far.
Lennox, after what you do already, nobody don't believe in you again, even though you speak the truth. Even though a man who was born in and you're telling me you don't believe in you, Lennox. Lennox, you make anything difficult, man. So that one say, why did you say about the seed day again? Let me hear it again,
Oh God, Lord.
That ain't the best budget,
beneficiaries of the seed program. Mr. Speaker, this government will introduce a cashless system of payment of the support for education, empowerment, and development benefits to eligible beneficiaries. Our elderly and other beneficiaries will no longer have to stand in long lines at the front of the Treasury and the district revenue offices.
Here, Devon, they would no longer have to stay in long lines. But they take out some of the line permanently.
Yeah, they take out some. They didn't say that.
And it's still passing Grenville and see them in the elements?
All the time. All the time. They have made no changes for those persons to be paid paperless or through the banks or wireless or what they call it. No efforts. 1 year now, 1 year and months, and people are still standing up in front of the revenue office in Grenville. That's where I live, so I could say. You understand? So I cannot understand. You see how little bit of time he stay on the seed? That's how to tell you how much he hates and don't like to talk about the vulnerable persons in our society. They figure that they reach at a certain level, and to hell with those who are at the bottom, they have to fight for themselves. You understand? These are the kind of things that these people are into.
Boy, them men and them. That's the best budget.
The best budget.
That's the best budget we're going through there.
Prove us wrong. Show us what went on for the last year.
I believe this one gets. You want to come in now?
For that next one?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand what is going on with these politicians. All they're trying to do is lie to cover another lie and to cover another lie.
So they lie. They damn lie. They mean a feeler.
You hear lie? That is lie.
Lennox Andrew, I can't see. Well, the eye test, Mr. Andrew, is the eye test. You have to. The eye test is something that tells you, like they say, justice must not only be done, but you have to see people have to believe it is done. So unemployment go down. We know that will happen. First of the battles, we know you lie. But at least you could have be sensitive about the thing. Why you have?
You have the tie flicking over his shoulder.
And you don't have respect to have it on his
I
shoulder.
hope you're drinking rum too. Let me get it.
Mr. Speaker, reimagining social protection and safety nets and tackling poverty. Mr. Speaker, this government intends to uplift and protect our most vulnerable through the provision of targeted support and the provision of empowerment tools to become more productive citizens. Accordingly, Mr. Speaker,
Our administration will safeguard existing social protection and safety net programs and will seek to create new innovative approaches to best assist our citizens. Importantly, we will work towards improving the targeting and effectiveness of these programs while streamlining our delivery. Mr. Speaker, our people have been left out in the rain, both literally and figuratively, by the former administration, required to stand in long lines to collect social protection benefits. Mr. Speaker, being vulnerable does not mean that a citizen is not worthy of respect. It is for this reason that we are reimagining our social protection and safety nets to ensure that they are sustainable, comprehensive, and effectively implemented to reduce our high levels of poverty and inequality while maintaining the dignity of our less fortunate.
Devon, chatters on the street say Mr. Andrew must be believed bi-monthly payment is new employees. Mr. Andrew is the same set of people. Bi-monthly payment don't mean is more people. Oh, so that guy might be living in.
I tell you, double.
The bi-monthly might believe is more people.
Nah, man, that can't be.
You don't bring no new project. All the project in River Road and Mall in all of them, you stop it. And you see how mischief these guys, Lennox Andrew? Them people are fixing the little road, or patching the road. 3 and 4 fortnight you don't pay them, but you are surplus.
They do pay them. And you ever said that public workers and other workers are getting paid from government, not getting their money on time.
And they want this guy, you know, people tell him, but I will pay late. Get that for me. They say, but I will pay late. I will do a thing to our money. No, you're doing
So
that.
don't
So
worry your head too much about empty treasury. Empty treasury. We in the NDC, we have the exposure. We have had the exposure. Good? And we know what to do to find money, to look after the needs of our people. And as I have the mic, let me say, as we go around the country and we speak to our people, that's a topic that they always say to us, we go pay salary late and we don't know how to run a country. Tell them that we say we know how to run a country, and tell them that we wouldn't pay salary late.
Lie.
All right? Tell them that affirmative. We're not going to pay salary late, and we know how to run a country.
Affirmative.
Damn lie,
he's
Mr.
a liar. Now I saw that pipe in Kako in River Sally. A lot of water going up. All the people in around, they say the pressure in the pipe low. Some people cannot get water in the bathroom. Now I said, do something. I believe in you now. I do something.
Yes, we still believe in you now.
So you hear what the guy say, Devon? They know how to find money, they doesn't pay late, but that's not true. You see, this man, after that stint in politics, nobody would not believe these guys are them. Because at the end of the day, them men and them just don't care about nobody. You know what you call? Let's take it.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Yes, not too bad, my friend.
Yeah,
So, how bad is that veranda?
the veranda mashed down, wall and all break.
Somebody tell me pee self like you?
All that happened.
You don't know that?
I tell you all that happened, I tell you me next door neighbor, you know.
You're doing too much. You know?
No, I don't do too much. I see what I see, what me I see.
I don't know what I'm trying to tell you there. You know what you see?
Yes.
I know what I see, I sure I don't blind.
And you can't lie. You don't come in on the station and lie.
I don't lie just.
No.
That's in the truth. Because the next thing with this road walk, this bushing thing, they put not bushing tomorrow. And they're having 5 NDC and they walk on 1 NNP in each gang.
Wow.
That's what they're doing.
5 to 1.
I thought it was 10 to 1 is more than 5 to 1 now.
5 to 1 is more than now. So they give me a fortnight, you know.
wait. When you go tomorrow morning, they'll tell you go back home.
I tell them I don't want to walk.
Okay.
I don't want to walk. I hear what they do. They put me in the worst kind of old man as me. In the worst kind of bush higher than me. And they put the people.
Nice place.
We walk already. I tell them thanks, but.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Huh?
You tell them thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, I say God is love, I go live. They don't know give me pension money already. For 42 years service.
And they boasting how they pay pension?
Pay what pension? 42 years service, they don't give me a cent. And now they come and want to give me bush.
They want somebody holding in the bush.
They can put a mine, you know.
Yeah.
Mine bigger than a palm tree, you know. Alright.
Okay.
My friend.
Gates, why you joining and try to become my parliamentary representative?
But you talking the truth.
I seen it, look at it on Facebook
Yeah,
there.
the
What is saying?
A sculpture say they see him and he pee himself.
No, man.
You seen at the accident?
No,
The man pee,
man.
wet the pants.
I don't.
Not because you're parliamentary representative. That is the truth. That's the truth.
Man pee, why go do? Hey, I don't kite to her,
The man couldn't hold the thing. He let it go.
Oh, I don't know. I tell him not to drive.
You know, in the last clip you played about where the Prime Minister was talking about taking care of the vulnerable and putting things in place. Prime Minister, you lie. You lie, Prime Minister. You take away $150 from them. Good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome.
Just come back quickly. On the issue of payment of late salaries, I don't know if you had listened to the President of the Public Workers Union, Mr. Grimes. About a month ago, he alleges that he's complaining that some public officers or public workers, well, I call them public servants, have been receiving salaries as much as 2 weeks late. Didn't you all hear him he make that allegation?
We have it on file.
Oh, yeah, that's what, yeah. And then when they asked a certain person, the certain person said that they didn't know about that.
Well, you know, they never know. They never hear, so they never know.
Yeah, so it seems to me, well, I don't know if it continues, because he made that allegation about a month ago. Because he's saying, it appears to me from what he's saying is that they always seem to be, that some public officers, workers, getting salaries late as much as 2 weeks, which is terrible. That's a long time to be holding on to salaries. And then when they ask the person says, I don't know that. So I don't know, you remember, there was a Calypso, I think it was Wizard or somebody.
Yeah, Wizard, I don't know.
And everything they asked him, I don't know. When IMF come in, I don't know.
I don't know his name.
Yeah, watch me. What about the pig farm? I don't know. Will it pollute the island? I remember he was asking, what about somebody with their fire? Would they reinstate them? I want to call him because he's a nice guy. I don't know. Watch me. The captain knows nothing. Oh, what a tragedy. They don't know nothing.
You really want to sing? I'm not tired here, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I don't know from the Prime Minister. All right.
All right, okay.
Take care.
All right.
Prime Minister keep on.
And next school child say to do him that. Cook off all on the pans. Let me be reasonable.
Okay, right. Well,
Don't
okay,
yourself.
I apologize.
I don't join in all with this peon pants.
Yeah, because I your MP.
I don't join in all with this peon pants.
Well, if something fall on the man pants.
Say a substance. Don't go and out pee. I don't join in all with this peating.
A liquid substance fall on the man pants.
Liquid substance.
Right? Was on the man pants. I don't know if he fall or he a core. Right? But something was on the man pants and it is alleged. Right? That is, so he has some coke or something from the inner part of his body. So I mean, you know.
What you call?
No,
but
they calling the wrong number.
Why the number they should call?
4420175. That's to get us. The next number is in the front.
Let's take a short break, Eagle.
Yeah, we can do that. Mm-hmm.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes, yeah. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over, they unleash their lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to come close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So me plea are repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I beg you. Streets turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing. Now this is my humble petition. Another date for election. Go now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy, eyes too beady. Honeymoon end before the romance. We expect corruption, but now without check or interruption. Data few might stuff the pocket, but not racket by the pocket. From the constant comments, we get no recess. Before things fall apart and the riot starts. Even in chutney, I'll tell them go. Make it sooner than later. Yeah. To protect the future, please. For the sake of we children and the next generation. Go. To safeguard our image. Before Griffith cause more damage. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on the knees. And I'm begging. Oh, now. They try to stick me with Rashmi. Oh, now. They have more trick than Houdini. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. That's why I'm singing. Oh, now. Please, Mrs. Kamla. Oh, now. Take Munila and Sharma. Go. Now. Please. Them and them minions, total villains, raking millions. Their slogan, we shall rise, it was so true.
Yes, Igwe.
Hello?
I have a call on the WhatsApp.
Let me take it.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hey, I find another voice.
Yes, Miss George here.
How you doing? Oh, the seed lady?
And one seed one seed is a topic I think I am obligated
He's
to
authority on
respond.
that.
Exactly, because I have institutional knowledge and experience. I think,
Yes.
and it's on this authority that I feel obligated.
Yeah.
So in relation to the payment process,
Yeah.
let me say here that the former administration
Mhm.
began beneficiaries through the financial institutions in 2017. So this is still a project in process, I should say, because we encountered some difficulties in that. most of the beneficiaries, especially the elderly, do not want the monies to go to the financial institutions. For some reason, some of them said they had children as signatories to the account, and they were fearful that they would not benefit from the entire amount. So as a result, they were very reluctant to get the monies through the financial. Some people say the accounts were not active. So it is something that the former administration introduced, and this was on the advice of the World Bank in 2017. And before we did that, we had a workshop at the National Stadium. And incidentally, the Honorable Lennox Andrew was manager of Public Workers Credit Union at the time, I think. One of the credit unions, not Riverside, the one before Riverside. And he was very, very vocal at that workshop with the personnel from the World Bank. In fact, he thought at the time that we wanted to transfer our problems of congestion and, as he said, unruliness to these institutions. So now that his administration, sometimes you have to laugh, eh?
Yeah, you have
see how
to.
it falls straight in the lap, But I must say the others all took to it. Most of the beneficiaries receive at the cooperative bank. I have the figures there, but I do not have it before me. But I could give you a breakdown. Up to last year, when I left, we had 1,600 plus households. I think it was 699 households receiving their grants through the financial institution. So this is nothing new. It's not what they're creating.
Well, just
It
a
is
play on
something-
words.
Yes. It's a matter of continuing. I mean, we have been trying every year. We were adding more, and if we started with 600 plus and we got to almost 1,700 households, it means a lot of progress was made. So continue it, and that's good. But there will be some challenges, and you have to be prepared to face it.
Yes.
So I am not surprised now to hear or to learn that the cards cannot be implemented this year, the benefit cards, and that's something we started to, and when I say we, I mean the former administration. In 2019, the seed unit worked with the Prime Minister's ministry, and Mr. Finley Jeffrey was the point person, so he was the one we were working with. There was this Trinidad company, We Pay. They were the ones spearheading that, whereby the beneficiaries would get cards and they can redeem them at certain places, not all over, Yeah, we looked at some of the major places where they are likely to do their shopping, and we had to, yes. So it's not that the former administration did not do anything. We had, in fact, the cards, I must say, the former administration of the state completed the work. We were at the point of piloting that in 2020 when the pandemic affected, put everything on hold. So it's nothing new. Again, let me say that. I have a question.
Ask.
And it came from a news item, GBN, on Friday night, where some statistics in relation to the cards were given in relation to seed. In that, the minister said that there are currently 7,483 households on the program with 5,246 individuals. Now, this is an insult to my
Go back again, let me hear that. Let me make sure I hear this thing good.
The figures, the statistics.
7,000 households.
7,483 households currently on seed, with 5,246 individuals. Now, I am
So you have some house without individual?
So exactly. So it means 2,237 empty households on in the database.
Follow the money.
Something not right here. Now, as usual, the minister was giggling when she was giving the figures.
Yeah, like a joke, big joke.
As usual. So it should be the other way around. 7,000 individuals from 5,000 households.
That makes more sense.
You not have more individuals, more households
than individuals.
Because within the household, you are likely to have
more than one person,
than one beneficiary, because we have different target groups. So you may have a grandmother who would be elderly with grandchildren on the program. So you may have sometimes 4 or 5. On average, we have 5.
So who gives that statistics?
Individuals per household. So something gone wacky here.
Everything is wacky with this government. When it comes to this government, everything is wacky.
Well, if the man could say unemployment go down, you should expect they go say anything.
Yes, and then I wish the minister would define what is miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is a very inappropriate term for the seed program, because you must understand all the categories and the target groups. So there should be no miscellaneous in seed when it comes to seed.
Miscellaneous is something unaccounted for.
Right. So find them out. How you could have 45 households you don't know about miscellaneous? That's a cause for concern. So I think we need to, Honorable Andy Williams, we need to demand some honesty in relation to seed. And again, I want to say and reiterate that this is managed by ignorance and arrogance.
All right. Thanks for the info.
So, enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Yes, you take care.
Take care.
Okay.
All our this thing are trying to see how Lennox Andrews, you see that 700 people they add on seed? Mm-hmm. They might add them as
employed person.
Yes.
Employed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's additional 700 and
something. Yeah, that why you go down so.
So they basically put them as employed person.
Yes, on seed.
No, I understand.
Money.
No, I understand in my MP.
You let me take it, Gil.
Yes. No, I understand in my MP.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
The song the lady spoke about a while ago, about I Don't Know. That was sung by Black Wizard to the NDC up in 1990.
To 95?
Yeah, 90 to 95.
Patrick Paul sing too. He say, he tell him, Mr. Speaker, son, I don't know. From the Prime Minister, that the same person two of them talking about.
When you ask Rafit anything?
We don't call him name in the park.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Okay.
They never know. Wow.
So maybe the 700% they are on seed. Yeah. Maybe that Lennox saying, walk in.
Wow.
What? Let me take it.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Devon, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Carl Keaton, good afternoon.
Hey!
How are you?
Are they here, yo?
Well, I have a couple of things to say, but one thing I want to ask you on Devon. I know Devon was a big industry. But what I want to know is, did you get invitation for the opening of the 50th anniversary of independence on Tuesday afternoon at 4 o'clock? Did you get an invitation?
Where that place is? When that thing is?
We're not going down.
What happened? You're not looking at your telephone? It is on your telephone too. That is where I get mine.
They don't give me. They won't give me.
They will send that for us, man.
How you mean? And I see, and I see endless thing about Maurice Bishop on the telephone. But however, I saw they was doing some work today. Just about 3 weeks ago, it could be less, that they did some work from the fire station to come along. You know, they start painting the road, pedestrian crossing and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You there?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, right. A pedestrian crossing today passing, and then when I reach by Ross and the Carinage there,
yeah,
see some different makeup from there. And going up to the fire station, I see, well, I saw one police, I don't know if you heard that. They repainting the road, brighten it, because the Prime Minister will be doing the opening ceremony on Tuesday afternoon at 4 o'clock on the Carinage, like the 50th anniversary of independence. So I hear all you talking all the time. I said, let me ask
all
you
right, okay.
invitation.
All right, caller.
Take care.
They treating this Prime Minister with a degree of royalty, which I think you don't own yet, Devon.
Yeah, you don't reach
the
there.
common folk thing, they put it back by a whole week. Because they say you'll be in some gala on the weekend, you know, so they put it back for him. That's what cool people say. Now, Devon, before we go, me and a lot of people has been this discussion about heroes and so on and so on and so on. And a young fella said to me, Master Carl, you understand what is the word treason? I say, well, how treason come in a discussion of national hero? Mm-hmm. The man say, go on and watch treason. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When I check treason, Devon, betraying of one's country, you know, especially by attempting to kill or overthrow the sovereign of government.
That's what treason mean?
Yeah. So the man say, how a man what perform treason, I don't call him a hero. I tell him, I say what? I don't want to hear that. Yeah. So I say I have to bring that to Devon to hear Devon's point of view. Because treason is not overthrow, suspension of the constitution and kind of thing. So a man, based on the definition of treason, and I didn't write the word treason. I'm not the repository of every knowledge. But the youngsters drew it to my attention. Mm-hmm. And if the youngsters are the leaders of tomorrow, how old already? But you say, Master Carl, that word treason, nobody don't remember that word treason in national hero debate. So I say, why I mean, when I go and watch treason, I see something like overthrow our government and thing. I don't know, I'm just saying what he said. That the conversation, Devon, I find you smile. What going on?
No, well, in the context of I would say around the time when the revolution took place, in my view, it would not have been treason based on on all the political climax and everything like that. Because if we had to say that it was treason, we could say that about the American government, right? The American Revolution, and that sort of thing. So it suits a lot of people. Yes, it suits a lot of people to use the word treason when they don't agree with. I mean, and I'm not saying that to the young guy, but he just made a point, to you to just be mindful of what treason is.
Because when I look at the reason of treason, Gates, you see the crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill or overthrow the sovereign government.
No, but he didn't.
But he had an overthrow of an elected government.
Yeah, but not just the overthrow. The reference you made there.
That what treason say, Devon, not me.
Read it again for me. One more time.
The crime of betraying one's country.
Okay, hold on. Firstly, Maurice Bishop didn't betray his country. Right? Secondly, give me the second point. No, we're going to break it down.
Especially by attempting to kill or overthrow.
Hold on.
No, you can't take all. Because or tell you either or. Don't come with that, Devon. Stop that. Don't come with that.
I'm trying to make it simple.
So in Grenada, in the context, the youth man tell me he should read like that. The crime of betraying a country by overthrowing a sovereign government. Or anything we don't we're going straight to it.
Oh, okay, so then I would say
a sovereign government was overthrown. Although you people say bloodless or whatsoever. But you overthrow an elected sovereign government, that's treason.
Treason? Well, that is a definition.
Abu Bakr and them, they have more sense. When they do it in Trinidad, they make the president pardon them.
Yeah, but we didn't need to do that.
So the man say, well, how come I'm a treason man? He's been held forced as a national hero. I tell him, well, I don't know.
Well, I don't consider the revolution as treason.
Well, you don't consider it, but overthrowing a sovereign government is treason. Whether you don't consider it or not.
Well, then you could overthrow a sovereign government for a lot of reasons, you know.
They didn't say for XYZ reasons. They say overthrowing.
But you see, that's just
no, Devon.
That explanation is in a vacuum.
Not in a vacuum.
It is.
Treason.
Treason is treason.
We have
call it by any name is treason.
We have a call on the line. Good afternoon.
Yeah, I have to come back again, Master Call. Morris Bishop did commit treason.
Oh my
treason is treason.
Hold on. Yes, he overthrew an elected government, and as a matter of fact, guns was brought into the country long before in barrels, and everybody know who was supposed to be, or it was charged in the United States.
We don't call his name in the parliament.
No, we are calling name, and they are fugitive from justice because they was bringing down guns all along the line. And let me tell you something. The last election was 1976. The revolution occurred 1979. They had 2 years. They could have waited. But getting back to the thing of Devon just tried to sugarcoat it.
No, I sugarcoated nothing. He tried to understand. He tried to water it down a bit.
Hello, Master Call, you are correct. Morris Bishop did commit treason, and he have no right to be himself considered to become a national. So Devon could say what he wants. As a matter of fact, I heard Devon talk about it. Hold on.
People are them online saying to stop it. They say stop that.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, hold on, Mr.
Go ahead.
I hear he talking there about how the American Revolution was bloody and this. I am not interested in the American Revolution. And the American Revolution must be done how much millions of years ago. Mm-mm. But we are living in a civilized society, in a democracy. And you have to go by the ballots and not the guns. And so I, Anne-Marie, condemn Morris Bishop. He was a violent person and he did commit treason. And if all you want to go and put him to be, because that's what I see kind of shaping to be right now. If I had to choose between Keith Mitchell and Morris Bishop, and I, Anne-Marie, say with no apologies, I don't care who the hell vexed, Keith Mitchell was a darling and an angel to Morris Bishop, and I will vote for Keith Mitchell. And if they tell me to put 1x, I'll put in 1,000x, because that guy has committed the amount of atrocities against the Grenadian people, and he has no right to be himself. No wonder why they can't find the body, And Father Sean saying this and he giving an opinion.
I can't agree with you.
Yeah, listen to me. First of all, you don't suspend the Constitution. Keith Mitchell never did that. Gary never did that, despite what people are saying about Gary. I'm not saying that Gary was perfect. Gary never suspended the Constitution, did he? Did he trample on my rights? What about heavily revolutionary manners? What about the 3,000 people? And I could just go on about these atrocities and this evil. I mean, Morris Bishop is an evil person. He deserves just what he gets. He lived by the sword. He died by the sword. He deserves just what he gets because he's an epitome, whatever you want to call it, of evil. He's Satan himself. A bad person, and he should not be in anything. As a matter of fact, let me condemn this government again for everything that they talk about Morris Bishop. And the more you talk about Morris Bishop, is more you divided the country. Leave the man where he is. Stop bringing up Morris Bishop, because when you bring up Morris Bishop, people are hurt. People are saying this, and there's a whole set of it brings back memories. Leave him where he is. He should be no hero. I'm not accusing the government and saying that's him to be hero, but to me that's what the focus is. Morris Bishop, he committed treason. So for my friend Devon, you can say what you want.
Thank you very much, Miss Anne-Marie. Have a wonderful evening.
Right.
You see, and one of the things that we keep saying, and we keep blaming only Morris Bishop for the revolution.
So Eric Gary commit treason too.
No. I ain't talking. Let's leave Eric.
I like that. I like where you're going with that thing, Devon, because I go ask you something. I like where you're going with it.
Now, Morris Bishop was the leader, and they always say that leaders have to bear responsibility for what happened. But you know what? There are a lot of persons who keep on saying Morris Bishop did this. But why don't you say the members of the revolutionary government and what was responsible, and just pointing at one person?
So Devon,
Can't work like that.
Devon, why don't you say the members of the revolution are heroes and not pointing at Bishop?
Well, that is
why?
It's not me saying that. I don't say that at
why
all.
not Bernard?
Listen to me. Hear my issue. I am not thinking about Morris Bishop to be hero or whatever. To me, Morris Bishop was a martyr. A martyr. He died right with the people on the fort and everything like that. He is not a national hero for me, based on all the evidence and the criteria and everything like that. Right? I'm not pushing that. So who's doing it? That's on them. Right? It's just that the revolution was not Morris Bishop. Right? And unless we don't start that from there, right, keep on just blaming only Morris Bishop, we letting all the other persons who was involved and knew the bad things that was going on get away from that thing. So it's just, I mean
when the great man, when the word became flesh, Igwe, and dwell around among men, and he was in Galilee, he said, for all who draw the sword will die by the sword.
Okay, so
I say no more.
So Morris Bishop alone.
I don't know.
But you know the fact.
But the man in Galilee say, who draw the sword die by the sword?
So was it Morris Bishop alone that died by the sword?
The same.
Answer my question.
Hold on, let me unsign you by the way I'm going. Do thing. When the serpent was in the garden, he tell the woman what, you shall not surely die. You ain't dead. When she dead after?
Let's not bring the parable in it. Let's hit the nail straight on the
treason is treason. You overthrow a legitimate government is treason. Whether you don't like it or not, that matter entirely for you.
Watch.
Treason is treason. Let me take the call.
Master Carl,
let me take the call.
They taught us Christopher Columbus discovered Grenada. Was
treason
that true?
Is treason.
Was that true?
He visited Grenada.
Oh, but he didn't discover though.
You defending treason?
No, I'm not defending treason.
I don't defending no wrong. If my mother do wrong, I tell her, Mom, you're wrong.
Watch. We may have our difference about the revolution,
treason is the overthrowing of a legitimate government. Let me take the call. You have a call.
Some of us use it as convenience to make a point.
Devon, you're going up high, argument getting weak when men going up high.
No.
And then men going up high, argument getting weak.
No,
let me take the call.
You're doing right with that.
But treason is overthrowing.
Good afternoon and welcome. Good afternoon. Yes.
Bacchanal by any other name, you could call it Bacchanal still,
I hear what you said.
Bacchanal, you could call it by any other name, but it's Bacchanal.
And you say that to say. And you say that to say. I ain't really understand your point. I can.
She signal is always bad.
Yeah, I can. I really like to entertain that thought with you, but
she signal. Right, I hear no.
I say confusion by any other name. If you call it confusion still because Morris Bishop commit treason.
I still don't understand your logic, but anyhow, it's your right.
All right, have a good one.
Have a good evening. And people keep thinking I'm defending what.
You want me to close Devon? Devon, you want me?
Hold on, Igwe. So what Morris Bishop commit? What was his crime?
Look. Morris
Bishop. The time going on us. We have time.
Morris Bishop did not commit treason.
You 1 minute, Devon.
The members of the revolution or the revolutionary who led the revolution, if you want to tell me, they all committed treason. Not just Morris Bishop.
Well, they all did, but they
all did. So don't say Morris Bishop. Let's not use history conveniently.
Let Devon generalize. The issue was Morris Bishop being a hero and treason. Don't let him mix up no water.
You see, now you turn a whole different thing. But anyway,
no.
As we come to the end of this program,
let me stick to the issue.
Well, the program,
don't mud up no water like guana in water.
All right. Behave yourself now. Hold on, Devon, hold on. Let me close.
Yes, and as we close, and I keep saying, we keep blaming one person for the revolution. Right? Just like with Gary.
You keep praising one person for the revolution.
Okay, Mr. Carl, finish. That's it. Good evening, everybody.
Yes, Gates. Well, I hope people enjoy the little session in Guava later.
Yeah.
Peace. I'm out.
All right. Take it easy.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear.